What it do, YouTube? It is your boy Greenleaf back at you with another exclusive NBA video. Hey, if you're new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe button, hit that notification bell as well. Hey, salute to the chat, salute to everybody that's tuning in, man. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all know what it is. Hey, man, so let's get to the situation, man. Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets in Passé with each other. Basically, they're in a disagreement. I'm pretty sure all of us knew this was coming, by the way they went out, things of that nature. Kyrie Irving also, doing the things he did, they gonna hold him accountable for that. And he in the situation by hand, by that being said, man, it's a crazy situation, dog. And then you got other teams, interested in a possible trade with him. Teams like the Clippers, the Knicks, and the Lakers. And I think it's a pretty wild situation right now, man. Kyrie Irving, you know, like I said, the things that he's done, by what the media is gonna paint the narrative about Kyrie Irving, about him not showing up for games, things of that nature. Uh, but to get all that out the way, um, Kai, man, I just think he gotta bite this bullet, man. Kyrie Irving, he put himself in this situation. You know, especially, they not getting things done. In the Brooklyn Nets situation, they not getting things done. And everybody with these superstar titles or star titles with the name attached to them, they always say, "Oh, we looking to win a championship." But sometimes that's not always the case, man. From what I believe in, and from what I've seen from the Brooklyn Nets and the Kyrie Irving and the KD duo, it hasn't, circumstances jumped in the way, but at the end of the day, they haven't got it done. And especially going out in the first round, I know Kyrie Irving came back because of the mandate situation, and he came back. They lost 12 games, I think 11 games in a row, things like that, and they went out in the first round. And that's what happens when you're not a team. When you don't get it done in the off season, building your team up in the off season, even though the mandate situation was involved, things like that. But at the end of the day, they crumbled as a team, man. The next crumble, and it was coming. It was coming to the table where, you seen the James Harden get out of town. He seen the chaos coming. He get out of town. So that's the one thing. Then you got Kyrie and KD. They got to finish the story, and that Brooklyn and three thing is real. It's third year now, and it looks like Kyrie Irving. You know, I don't know if he's really gonna end up being or staying a net. But you got teams like New York Knicks, the Clippers, LA Lakers, what I'm saying, teams like that willing to make a trade or interested in a trade. So I can't speak on how those teams feel about that, but at the end of the day, man, it's just a sticky situation right now. You know. Um, Kyrie Irving, man, he just, hey, I'm just gonna keep it real down, dog. Like, I ain't trying to hold back on this dude. I like Kyrie. I respect his game. You know what I'm saying, everything like that. But at the end of the day, man, it's come down to you being the center of attention, man. Hey, what up, Herm? Salute, Herm. Herm in the building. Herm in the building. Salute, Herm. Salute. He say Kyrie got to opt out. Hey, man. Hey, uh, he got to make this decision. And it also comes down to KD. Now, by that being said, too, KD, this leadership thing that's holding on to him, being involved with Kyrie now, not getting it done, uh, things like that. If you want Kyrie to stay, he gonna go to the front office and try to talk to the peoples that's gonna keep him on their team. But at the end of the day, if KD want to move on, and if he's really about championships, and you can't really trust Kyrie's judgment to the league and his dedication right now, man. Like we don't know what Kyrie Irving really wants. You know, we don't know what he wants really. We don't know what he wants. Do he really want to be a Brooklyn Net? Do he want to go to New York? I mean, do New York really want to make a trade for this dude? Do the LA Clippers really want to make a move for this dude? I mean, he's gonna be a 1 year rental. Then you got to make a decision on who you're gonna pay him long term. Either way, you're gonna have to pay this man. And but that's on Kyrie to go out there on the floor and get it done. We got to show that he's dedicated to that contract. And I believe these teams out here not gonna really just come out their pockets and pay you. I mean, there's some hungry teams out there, you know what I'm saying, that'll probably pay you because you box office, you'll bring seats, you know what I'm saying, in the stadium or whatnot. But at the end of the day, you got to get it done, man. If you want to if you really buy championships like you and KD saying over there, you know what I'm saying. So that's what I take from it, dog. Kyrie Irving, man. He just he gotta let the world know what he really about. You know, I salute him on his stance and stuff, but at the same time, it's just crazy right now how he's just moving. You know, can he really stay with? Can he get it done with KD? Basically, can he get it done like that? I don't know. I don't think so right now. Him and KD, that duo just is just a failure. Both of them scores. They don't know what real a team is at this point. You bring in a guy like Ben Simmons, he flaking on you. You preaching about a coach. You know what I'm saying? Don't need a coach, and look what happened. You know, so and then you got the LA Lakers. Man, y'all really think Kyrie and LeBron gonna get back together like that? I mean, it's possible. You know what I'm saying? But the Russell Westbrook situation, the AD situation like that, like, man. But at the end of the day, y'all, if you the Clippers, I believe the Clippers. I don't know if the Clippers really need him like that. You know, and then you got the John Wall stuff like that going on, whispers. But at the end of the day, man, I think Kyrie Irving is just gonna settle for this. If he like Herm say in the chat, hold on, Herm say he gonna have to opt out. He gonna have to opt out. My bad, y'all. Herm say he gonna have to opt out. By that being said, if he gotta opt out, Herm, he gonna need to he gonna need to figure out what team, you know what I'm saying, that's gonna be willing to pay him first. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come down to that. He gotta know what he gotta do or what's coming for him. You know how they'll do in the league. Y'all already know how it is. They'll blackball the shit out of you. You know what I'm saying? They'll have these owners and leagues. I mean, teams think you ain't what it is. Kerry Abreu said, he said, but Kyrie Irving really need another super team to win the NBA championship. I take Dirk Nowitzki and Giannis over Kyrie Irving. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure it would too, homie. You know what I'm saying? Because Kyrie Irving, salute, y'all, salute. Alex in the chat, Bruno pulling up. What it do, y'all? Yeah, like homie say, Kervin say, but Kyrie Irving really need another super team to win an NBA championship. I take Nowinski and Dirk over Kyrie Irving. Man, Kyrie Irving he's a great player. You know what I'm saying? But he has to be dedicated, y'all. He has to be willing to take on and play a part, man. Like all this other stuff, teams not don't really want to pay you like that, man. We talk about all this shit about how dudes take this bag and then they come back and not produce Deuce, Ben Simmons, that situation. All them guys over there ain't dedicated, in my opinion, man. And to winning a championship. Don't get me wrong, they are ballers. They are superstars to their own degree. But yeah, like Bruno say everyone would Dirk and Giannis for leaders. Facts. They are leaders. Kyrie Irving, he's a friendly guy. You know what I'm saying? Him and KD buddy. So things like that gonna get in the way. I'm trying to tell you, KD and Kyrie. I mean, even though they're great talents to compare together, but at the same time, man, look what happened. They went out in the first round. You went out in the first round, man. After all that drama, all that chaos that went on in Brooklyn, and look what happened, man. You know, Bruce Harper say, could you say if Kyrie gonna quit? Hey, if teams not willing to pay him, all Stephen A. Smith stuff he was talking about, Kyrie should retire and this, and that. It might be coming to light. I'm just saying, man, because at the end of the day, though, Kyrie is just like, it's no what are the options? I mean, teams are gonna prepare for you. Like I said, you got teams like the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, not the Brooklyn Nets. You got the LA Lakers, uh, Clippers, Knicks. And I'm pretty sure other teams want to get involved too if the trades are up on deck for them. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot going on right now. But I think you know Kyrie Irving just go ahead and yeah, facts. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button coming on in, man. Hit that like button. Bruce always say I feel Kyrie got to try to go to the Heat as supposed to gonna make him back to a superstar. I mean, the Heat is a good option too. I agree with that. Heat is a good option, you know. But it's on Kyrie. They gotta trust they gotta trust each other. If you don't trust this man of coming in, putting in that work, yeah, he's a team guy. People gonna love Kyrie because he's just a good human being in general. But at the end of the day, he's injury prone. You know what I'm saying? They looking at him. Is he gonna be dedicated? Is something gonna come up personally for him? Things like that. Like we can't cap on that stuff like that. We got to look at it from a different point. Kevin always say, for me, I pay Kyrie 1 year deal. Yeah, man, he gonna have to come to a decision like that too. It's gonna have to work both ways. It's gonna have to be mutual. You know what I'm saying? Both parties. That's why they in impasse now. You know what I'm saying? Both teams not on agreement with each other. They have a lot of disagreements right now. So Kyrie gonna have to what I'm saying, make a decision. Is he gonna opt in? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Is he gonna play this year out to show that he's worthy of a long-term contract, an extension contract, next deal, or you gonna just opt out and see what or get that trade that you looking for to get out of Brooklyn, man? He say Kyrie leaving. He say Kyrie leaving. Bruno say the problem with Kyrie is trust, how committed he is to win. Yeah, that's what I was saying, man. They got to know how is he really dedicated on winning right now. Basically, see if you ain't really, especially with these young guys coming in. Like I said, they just got beat in the first round. With these young guys coming in, out scared of these super teams, you know, and they seeing how the guys that they looked up to coming in the league move. Some it's always somebody to take your place, man. And like I say, you know how the league do as well. The league they in cahoots with each other, and they'll find a way to blackball you. So I'm not gonna say they trying to blackball Kyrie, none of that. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we just got to keep it simple sometime, man. Bruce Harper say, I feel you 100 about that. For they got to trust each other to have their backs. Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, if you the Clippers, who like say you the Clippers, you know what I'm saying? You one of them teams that's supposedly interested of making a deal or trade for Kyrie Irving. I mean, it would, I mean, come on, y'all. If y'all see Kyrie Irving in the Clippers jersey with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, man, you're gonna be like, okay, that's a legit team. You know what I'm saying? Because of the star power. But at the end of the day, it'll be another super team. It'll be another super team. And I'm pretty sure these Clipper fans, these Clipper guys, you know, that I rock with, they're not rocking like that. I think they solidified with what they have. You know what I'm saying? You bring in smaller pieces that'll uh uh bring you know impact to your squad. You know what I'm saying? It'll bring impact to your squad. So by that being said, Mr. Mash, salute, man. What's good?
What's up, Green? Definitely a developing story. I thought that Kyrie and the Nets had kind of figured shit out. I guess they're now back at a stalemate. So teams are being thrown around: Clippers, Lakers. I guess the Clippers has been a talk this morning. You can go there. You know, what package do you put around them? Who do you give up if you're the Clippers? Is a super team? You know, can he fit with Kyrie? I mean, with Paul and Kawhi? You know, he's going to be available. I mean, my thoughts on this thing is this, man. If you can land Kyrie Irving, he's so talented that you take your chances. But I think because the Clippers got Paul, George, and Kawhi, and you keep Terrence Mann, worst case is if Kyrie do fuck up. But see, I don't subscribe to this whole Kyrie fuck. I mean, I think things have happened the past couple of years, injuries, and then the pandemic and shit. Like, I don't look at Kyrie as a bad dude, bro. Like, I mean, I agree. Basketball takes a takes a seat behind everything else. Like there's other things important than basketball. And for me, I mean, some people may disagree, but I mean, nigga, I agree 1,000% what Kyrie did. So, but I think we're slowly coming out of that. I mean, the pandemic ain't what it used to be. So long as he's healthy, I think he'll play. The question is, you know, people talk about, ball dominant ISO basketball. Well, y'all forget that Kyrie won a championship playing ISO ball. I mean, games 5, 6, and 7. I mean, that was the definition of LeBron and Kyrie playing ISO ball. Them two
Yeah.
motherfuckers was damn near averaging damn near 80 points a game in games 5, 6, and 7, playing isolated basketball. The championship was won on an isolated play. Kyrie, get out my way, bang, game over, go home, championship. And so if you can land Kyrie Green, I do it, especially with Kawhi Leonard's health issues. Who just say he
Are
don't
you
get
saying
injured again?
if you the Clippers, you'll land Kyrie Irving? You'll
Yeah,
try
I
you'll
would.
try to go for it?
I would. Yep. And if I'm the Nets, I'm asking for first and foremost, I must get Zubac because the Nets need a big man. So Zubac has to be included in the deal. For
Okay.
sure, Norman Powell. Zubac, Norman Powell, and what? I don't fucking know. I mean, they may want Terrence Mann or I mean,
Oh,
I don't
I
know,
think
but
I think they'll try to ask for Terrence Mann. They gonna
yeah.
try to ask for him. If you know what I'm saying, if it's on the table, they're gonna try to ask for Terrence Mann. But I agree with the
And then
Zubac situation in Brooklyn.
yeah, and then too, you must throw in Reggie Jackson. I mean, because I mean he. But listen, man. I mean, I think Kyrie gets a lot of a lot of bad press, a lot of bad coverage. You know, like we want our athletes to be transparent and communicate well and go against the grain. But it seems like when KD and Kyrie speaks up for themselves and go against the politically correct way of doing things, and they give the media straightforward answers, they tweet shit, here and there. I'm talking about with Kevin Durant on that. Then they're different. They're acting funny. But don't we want to be more in touch with our athletes? Don't we want to get away from the old cliche shit? Like, I mean, I enjoy Kyrie and KD's, upfront, straightforward communication style. Are they
Right.
perfect? No, bro. They're human. They're human.
Right.
They going Kyrie gonna fuck up. He human. His mom passed away at a young age, bro. It's just him and his fucking dad and his fucking sister. This man has been through so much shit. So much shit. Like the motherfucker's mom passed away. And he said, you know what? I'm gonna take some time off and all this shit. I mean, bro, basketball is cool, but nigga, basketball's at the end all be all. But
Yeah, I
I don't
feel you on
I
that.
don't know.
I feel you on that.
I don't know, man. I
I'm
mean,
just looking at it like Kyrie. It's like
what you think?
it's like the NBA. They gonna move in a way where they gonna look at Kyrie as is he gonna be dedicated? You know what I'm saying, to the game. like he used to be. Okay, yeah, we willing to pay these, you know what I'm saying, these guys these X amount of money, but y'all not showing up for work at the same time. I mean, you showing up, but you're not showing up. If you feel what I'm saying. You
Yeah, I
know,
get it.
I understand his situation, Kyrie Irving, but I'm just saying how they gonna look at him. You know, but okay, what about the Lakers? You think he should go to the Lakers if that's the situation?
I mean, it would have to be again. I mean, they're not giving up AD or LeBron James, so it would have to be for Westbrook. And the only reason would be is because Westbrook's on an expiring contract, and so Kyrie signs a max deal. They do a sign and trade. The Lakers. I mean, I don't know because the Lakers want. I mean, the Lakers don't got. I mean, the Nets don't want Westbrook, bro. I mean, and then too, if you're the Nets, you can't get no fucking first round draft picks, in the deal. I mean, the Clippers got like different packages and fucking assets. I mean, the Nets don't want no fucking Westbrook. But
Salute there.
the only reason why he would go to the Lakers if it did happen was because the Nets are saying, well, Westbrook's on an expiring contract. That frees up cap space. But then by then, KD will be fucking. KD ain't staying there. So if the Nets get if the Nets do bring Westbrook over because it's an expiring contract and their salaries match a little bit, it's because that tells me one thing. That tells me that KD's not staying there long term. Because KD's not staying there to no fucking rebuild. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Like they got Ben, they got KD. Like they can get some guys over there, you know what I'm saying, some assets and still compete in the Eastern Conference. You bring Westbrook over there, bro. No, you're not gonna compete. So and then too, remember, I mean, KD and Westbrook again. Hell nah. What?
KD and Westbrook yeah, I
And,
don't see it,
and
man.
Ben Simmons, you put KD with fucking two motherfuckers you can't shoot. What if you
Mhm.
think Boston trapped and blitz KD last year? Imagine what they're gonna do this year. Nigga, they're not guarding Westbrook again. They're gonna fucking send three guys at that motherfucker.
Hell no.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
But
I can see that, but it's just a situation, man. Kyrie, dog, he needs to really, you know what I'm saying? Oh, let me put it like this, Mass. Mass, can you
okay.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you,
Hold on, man. Okay.
yeah, I can hear you, bro. Oh, did he leave? He left? Oh,
Yo,
there you go. Yep, I got
yo,
you, bro.
yo,
I got
okay,
you.
okay. My bad.
That's all good.
My bad. But yeah, man, Kyrie Irving, dog. I just can't see him play. I mean, I can see him going back to LeBron, but I can't see that right now, man. I mean, it'll be
Yeah.
a bigger impact, but then they got to get rid of Russell Westbrook, like you said, and
Mm-hmm.
because I think they're gonna have to get rid of Westbrook. They, you know, what I'm saying, how the Lakers moving, they saying that I mean not Kyrie Irving, Westbrook ain't going nowhere, things like that,
Yeah.
and but I see otherwise if they talking about, you know what I'm saying, reunite LeBron and Kyrie.
But the
It's
one
gonna
thing
be
that I heard this morning and I was kind of like um turned off by a little bit is that some of these Clipper fans, um, they overvalue some of their players, man. It's like they're
what you
not
mean?
being realistic. Meaning, they're talking about like if he was to go to the Clippers, what kind of package deal, would you get for him? Well, shit. I mean, everybody but Paul and Kawhi, nigga, it's fucking on the table. The fuck? I mean, what are we talking about here? They acting like fucking Luke Kennard and Terrence Mann and Zubac, like they're
Reggie
untouchable.
Jackson. Hey, Reggie Jackson might be on the table too if they want to do something like that.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, a chance to land Kyrie, bro. Stop it, man. Like, other than PG and Kawhi Leonard, nigga, everybody's available, bro. Everybody's name is fucking entered into that pool, and so I mean,
So
and
if
then
Kyrie gets traded, does he really, like, okay, say he gets traded to the Clippers, do they really have the option to give him an extension?
no, no, no. Well, what they'll do is Kyrie can sign a max deal with the Nets and then just do a sign and trade. So the Clippers will already pick up their money. That's why that's why in the deal it'll be like two or three guys to fucking equal out the salaries. Like they're not just finna just sign Kyrie. It has to be like a sign and trade. That's why guys like Reggie, fucking Zubac, like maybe a couple of picks. Like that should be like a package. You know what I'm saying? Where it could fit. But if I'm the Clippers, nigga, I do it, bro. I'm sorry, I do it to get Kyrie because I trust Tyronn Lue. You know what I'm saying? I trust his leadership of men. I trust Kawhi's mentality. For me, it's Kawhi and Tyronn Lue are the two main reasons why I trust it. You get Kyrie there and let Kyrie be around those two motherfuckers, he gonna fall in line. He's still gonna be Kyrie, right? But because listen, we can't change who Kyrie is. I mean, he gonna be Kyrie no matter what. But you can at least tame it and keep him under control and keep him somewhat focused on basketball and then playing basketball. And I trust Kawhi and Tyronn to do that. I do.
Yeah, I agree. They bring a different type of leadership, winning mentality, basically. You know, especially with Kawhi.
Right.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You got to
Mm-hmm.
show up. You got to show up. Play the way we play, and possibly take it to the promised land. You know what I'm saying? But it's on Kyrie to. I keep saying it's on Kyrie because I believe in this guy. He's just a good human being at the end of the day. But is he about
Yeah.
basketball too? You know what I'm saying?
And that's a fair question.
Is he about basketball right now? Like that's what I'm looking at it for Kyrie Irving.
Yep, and that's a fair question. Hey, if you don't mind, man, quick side note, because I started a video last week, but I didn't get a chance to hop on. I was kind of skimming through. Um, Christian to Dallas. I think that really, really, really gives Dallas
Oh yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
a big man who can stretch it out, rebound, finish around the rim. Uh, Him and Luca and that pick and roll is going to be fucking dangerous. And he fits Dallas' style of play, a big who can shoot it, but he also can dominate down low around the basket. He's tall, he's lengthy. Dallas don't got elite shot blocking. I'm not saying he is, but he will contest shots. And I think we talked about this kind of like a few months ago. I think we saw this coming, right? I mean,
Yep, yep.
I did. You know what I'm saying? And so if you're the Rockets, you hate to give up talent like that because Christian. I mean, he's still young. In NBA age and years. I mean, he's
Yeah,
not
he's about
old.
26,
Yeah,
27, like that.
yeah. But if you're the Rockets, I think to let some of these young guys develop, I think that's the move that you had to make. And so when I heard it, I wasn't mad about it. I kind of heard rumblings about it maybe a few weeks ago because I read the Houston Chronicle, and then sometimes I listen to
Man, I've been
that.
saying that shit all year. That nigga Christian Wood was gone.
Yeah, no, you did, bro. No. Yeah, you
Hey,
did.
but to
You did.
Dallas though, that's what threw like that was like the curve. I was
Yeah.
like, man, he stayed in Texas. You know what I'm saying? But like you say, it's gonna help Dallas a lot.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? What he bring to the table, stretch the floor. He can help Luka out on the pick and roll, pick and pop, drive to the basket, alley oop. You know what I'm saying? The James Harden thing.
Hey,
That
do you
Christian
listen
Wood thought
to
he wanted to play
hey
with.
down there in
Uh-huh.
Houston? What is it? It's Houston 610 Sports Radio. Do you listen to that?
No, not no more, not lately like that.
Okay.
No.
Well, I said a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. Craig Ackerman, the Rockets play-by-play guy, um, who actually does their games now. Now that homeboy got kind of old and shit. He had mentioned that Christian Wood name was being floated around, and so that's why I said I kind of heard rumblings of it. Maybe a month ago. So when it happened, I wasn't shocked. I'm just shocked, like you are, where he went to within the division. Right there in Texas, a team that you have to compete with. Um, but that shocked me, though. I'm not gonna lie, that shocked me. But I think Dallas obviously won the trade, but that's okay. I mean, Houston's looking to get
I
picks
mean, yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. We about the future. We worried
yeah,
about the
yeah.
picks. You know what I'm saying? Developing these young guys, like you say. You know.
Hmm.
So at the end of the day, I've been saying that Christian Wood was going. You know, what I'm saying he needed to go to a team that's contender ready or playoff ready right now because
Right.
the way he plays. You know what I'm saying? He gonna feel like
Hmm.
he's missing out on his prime, going into his prime. You know what I'm saying? So with Christian Wood going to Dallas, man, it was a good move for Dallas. You know, I'm not gonna care. It was a good move. In my opinion, it was a good move because that's what they needed. They needed a big, and they need somebody who else can knock down a shot, can
Yeah.
feed off of Luca, and then at the same time, you probably get Tim Hardaway Jr. back. You still got Dinwiddie. We got to see what they're gonna do
Wow.
with Brunson. So at this,
Yeah.
you know, what I'm saying, with that Christian Wood move, that was a big move for the Dallas Mavericks. But for us, for the Rockets, you know what I'm saying, we still building, so we're not really, you know, I think it wasn't a bad trade. Like, oh, the Rockets gonna be,
No,
worse than
absolutely
what
not.
they are. You know what I'm saying? We still building, so I believe
Right.
Dallas kind of, you know what I'm saying, played that favor in the trade.
Couldn't agree more. Yeah, what you said, man. I couldn't agree more. So hopefully Kyrie
Salute,
get his shit in
salute.
order.
Now go ahead,
Passing
man.
it. No, I was just saying. Hopefully Kyrie can either come to a deal with the Nets, or they can both come to an agreement on a sign and trade, and then get him to a place that benefits him and benefits the Nets. Because you still got KD and Ben, you got Seth, you got Patty, and so you can get something for Kyrie. And sometimes, less is more, meaning give me a group of guys who can give
Mhm.
you way more than what Kyrie can give you. Yeah, Kyrie might give you, 25 points, but if you can trade Kyrie for like 2 or 3 assets, plug that with KD, Ben, Patty, Seth and those guys, a decent big man like Zubac, then now you're talking. Because sometimes, bro, I think people get shit fucked up. Casual fans
Mhm.
don't need to understand this shit real quick. Sometimes give me 4 role players who do everything okay than just one star player. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. Like you
Nah,
can't tell me that
take the full
Jared
team.
Allen. Yeah, I mean, sometimes just give me 4 or 5 role players, man, compared to just one star player. I mean, that's just me though. I mean, shit. So yeah.
Nah, but
So we'll
Kyrie,
see.
yeah, we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. So, how you feel about that though? About the Kyrie possibly going somewhere, man. You don't think he's returning to the Brooklyn Nets at all, in your opinion?
Uh, I think at this point, I'm not sure how far they are from a deal, or how things are shaking up, but um, because they were at good terms a few weeks ago. I mean, it seemed like they were trending, and he's going to sign. He was going to sign the extension, and then they're back here again. So how I feel about it is, um, they got to come to an agreement, man. But how I feel is really honestly, I think my gut tells me that he's going to stay. Um, and and maybe they're using this as, maybe Kyrie and his team is using this as leverage to get what he wants. Because sometimes you have to play possum to get what you want in this fucking league as a free agent. And so, I mean, I can't imagine KD not talking with him, or KD not saying, man, like, you know what I'm saying, like, come on, bro, like, sign, nigga, like we need you. So maybe
Yeah.
they're just playing possum, try and get Brooklyn to give him a max deal. But something tells me at the end of the day, they're gonna work it out, man. I mean, they're gonna work it out, because I honestly feel like the Nets feel like if they had KD, Ben, and Kevin, and just another decent big guy and small moves, I think they feel like they can make a run. But
Hey, Miles, somebody got a question for you in the chat. Bucket and want to say, Mavs, are the Nets too small to compete with Boston and Bucks?
no, they're not too small. They're just too dumb. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't think size. I mean, if that's the case, then I mean, shit. The fucking Warriors just beat Boston. I mean, Boston is a much bigger physical team than Golden State, and we saw Golden State fucking get that shit done in 6 games. So sometimes size don't matter, height don't matter. It's what's inside your chest. You feel me? And so for me, it comes down to playing smart basketball. Shot selection, the mentality, defense, rebounding and shit like that. So no, it's not their size, bro. It's
Right.
coaching, it's the structure, it's the dynamic, and it's the atmosphere that Steve Nash has fucking allowed to set in on his team. Listen, bro, if you're the Nets, Showtime, I mean, I'm sorry, Greenleaf, you
Mhm.
can't do fucked up shit, and then he called timeout, and he's fucking clapping, patting on your ass and shit. Like, what you just did is okay. Like, that's not winning basketball. Like, go watch Greg Popovich after fucking Tim Duncan did dumb shit. He was in his ass. The
Yeah.
assistant coaches was in their ass. Becky Hammond, a female, was in Ginobili's ass after doing dumb shit. Like, you have to set a standard, bro, around your team. And the Nets don't have that. Like, to them, it's like, I mean, bro, listen, Kyrie and Kevin already said, we don't need no fucking coach. So they don't respect that coaching staff, man. The fuck? How the fuck you got Amari Stoudemire fucking coaching your defense. Are you kidding me? Fuck out of here, man.
Right.
You're
Hey,
crazy.
I'm gonna ask my guy that just popped in. Hey, yo, Haas, what you
Okay.
got on this situation, man?
What up, Haas?
Haas, you there? Haas, Haas. He must have stepped away real quick. But
There
salute
you
to the
go. He
chat,
stepped
man. Salute
away.
to everybody in the chat, man. I see y'all pulling up. Hit that like button, man. Subscribe if you're new
Yeah,
to the channel. You know what I'm
there's
saying?
police coming in.
Salute, y'all. Salute. Oh, Haas say he on mute. Unmute
Oh,
yourself, Haas.
right. You control it.
Haas, you there?
Yeah, I don't know. They might be playing possum, Greenleaf, just to try to get Kyrie, his money. So it could be some of that. So I don't know. I mean, hopefully they come to a deal. I mean, I want Kyrie to stay on the Nets with KD, but we'll see what happens. But they gotta make
Nah, we
moves,
can't
man.
hear
Like,
you, Matt. We can't hear you, Haas. We can't hear you on this end. We can't hear you. Uh, Somebody in the chat say, maybe the
hey,
Nets should
hold
pick
on.
up Quinn Snyder now.
Yeah, I was supposed to say the Jazz fired Quinn Snyder.
Yeah, I think he stepped down. He stepped
Oh,
down.
he stepped down. Okay. Utah, Quinn Snyder.
Yeah.
No. I mean, you know what? I liked Snyder a few years ago when he first got there because he had that, like that great defensive mentality. But I think he's lost his edge over the years. The Utah Jazz tuned his ass out. So no, I don't like him no more. He do dumb shit. He left Rudy Gobert in the game versus point guards, and Rudy Gobert can't guard fucking nobody on the perimeter. I don't like him no more. He don't make adjustments.
Haas, you in the building? What's up, man? Nah, we still can't. We can't hear you, man. Bucket and one say at least Haas not yelling yet. Laugh out loud.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think Steve Nash is a man for the job, honestly. He's too cool nonchalant. He's too cool for his own good. You feel me? And I just feel like a team like Brooklyn with KD and Kyrie and Ben, like you need a coach that's going to challenge you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like his ass stands up with his arms crossed the whole game, makes no adjustments. And it's like you can't coach that way.
Steve Nash, yeah,
Like,
yeah, I agree. I agree. Steve Nash, he has no type of X's and O's in my opinion. He's just looking for his stars to save the day. And
right,
they for you to get swept and you Steve Nash to get swept like that after, hugging KD in the second round damn near because his foot was barely on the line. Like it just shows me you was looking forward to KD and Kyrie saving you, dog. And
correct,
you get swept this year. It shows you not a real X's and O's type of coach. You're a players coach. Go ahead and be back. Go ahead and go back to being assistant coach and things like that. From what I've seen, because
right,
star players not gonna win championship unless you're a great coach.
correct, correct. Yeah, Katie and Kevin. Kevin and Kyrie. Like I feel like they look at Steve Nash as like their equal, or if not, they look down on him because I mean that's just a type of perception that I get from them when it comes to him. Like I've never seen him challenge them that one time, and then like in a press conference and interview, everything is like they're doing good. They're good. We're doing good things. No, you ain't going. You're not doing good things. You ain't playing no defense. KD and Kyrie out here playing like hoes. Like at some point, like you need to challenge your superstars. Like I mean,
Right.
it's almost like our coaches can't coach no more. It's like it's
The
it's like
players
it's
league.
against yeah, it's against the rules if a coach challenges his players. It's like he'll get fired or he'll get blackballed or it's like they're scared. I'm like,
Salute. Wait,
this is
what?
fucking this is crazy.
Salute.
So I
Yeah,
don't know,
man.
man.
I agree, man. Man, this league, I don't know what it's come down to. I mean, you got
He's asking about Mark Jackson and Sam Cassell.
Hey, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, we
Go
can
ahead,
hear you.
Haas.
Yeah,
Oh,
go
cool,
ahead,
cool,
Oz. What
cool.
you got on it, man?
Hey, salute to you, Greenleaf and Mr. Moss holding it down in here.
Salute.
I appreciate what y'all are saying about this. My feeling on this topic is I think that Kyrie and KD made some sort of pledge back in the day, and this was back probably when KD was still playing for the Warriors. And I think they promised each other they're not gonna like abandon ship. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that Kyrie's going to do like James Harden did. I think Kyrie and KD are going to stay together. Now the question is, are they going to stay together in Brooklyn? And so there's only two scenarios I can see. I can see both of them signing for Brooklyn, or KD signing that extension. I'm sorry, Kyrie signing that extension, or I could see the other option, which is kind of far fetched, but I could still see it happening, where if Kyrie and KD don't really see much in Ben Simmons, like they don't think he's a winner, then I could see a situation, honestly, where Kyrie, um, maybe like Kyrie does a sign and trade along with the package deal with Kevin Durant, and they go to the same team. So I think that Kyrie and KD are going to stay together no matter what. But whether they're with the Nets or on a sign and trade to another team where Brooklyn says, all right, look, this didn't work out. We're going to have to rebuild from the ground up and get a bunch of draft picks and young stars for Kyrie and KD, that might have to happen. But I think Kyrie and KD are staying together either way. Now, that would be interesting, though, because if Kyrie decides that he's not going to sign with the Nets again, and they decide, okay, we're going to go ahead and package a deal with KD also, um, I mean, they could get a lot for those guys. But if
Hold on,
Kyrie's
bro.
gone,
You
look,
need that.
if Kyrie leaves, then KD don't have no future there. Because
But
KD,
you
how
said
old is
they can go
Kyrie?
to a two team. You can go to one team, get traded to both teams. To one team, both of those guys get
Yeah,
traded to one
that's
team.
what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They would trade both of them to one team.
Oh,
Um, and then so that would be an instant contender if they traded KD and Kyrie to one team. They could trade them to the Rockets, Greenleaf.
oh hell no,
They could trade them to the Rockets for a bunch of
man.
young talent and draft picks. But no, probably not going to happen that way. But no, I mean they could what I'm trying to say is if they don't see a future with Ben Simmons, then Kyrie could say, look, I don't see a future here. I'm not going to sign. I'm just going to opt in for 1 year, and then KD says, look, there's no future here. I'm 32 years old. Y'all might as well trade us, because we don't believe in Ben Simmons. And then they both get packaged
So
as a deal together.
they gonna lead a team. They gonna lead a team. Let Ben Simmons hold down Brooklyn. What I believe is, I mean, I think if Kyrie stay with Brooklyn, they're not gonna extend his contract, right? But he's gonna end up playing that season out to show that he's worthy of a max deal coming up. You know what I'm saying?
There you
But
go.
if a team is hungry, if a team is willing to win right now, they're gonna package up a deal. Just like the Clippers, the Knicks, so to speak. Now, if you go to the Knicks, that's on another story. That's just what I'm saying, trying to be in playoff contention again. But at the same time, if you're the Clippers, it's like you have a window with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard up. You know what I'm saying? So you bring in a Kyrie. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
And you might be in contention again. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Because of the
Greenleaf, bro.
player.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. What you just said is fire, bro. If you're the Nets, you trade Kyrie to the Knicks and you go get fucking Julius Randle and somebody else, I might do that. I like Julius Randle's game. Like, I
Durant's
mean,
not going to
he
sign
has.
off on that. Durant's not going to sign off on that because
Well, I mean,
Durant,
maybe not. I'm just looking at it from a basketball standpoint. Like
yeah,
Julius Randle is a guy that, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I wouldn't mind a deal package around that, and then you can fill in the role players or picks. But getting Julius to the fucking Nets and swapping out, yeah. I mean, if I'm the Nets, I would do that deal. I would do that. I would fucking go get Julius Randle and go get one of their big guys with a fucking pick. Y'all take Kyrie. Give me fucking Julius. Give me fucking one of your big guys.
Because
and
the
then let's
Brooklyn
go.
Nets still sitting on Seth Curry, right?
Yes,
Or is he like a
yes.
free agent?
I think he has one more year on his. I think this
So
is
he
his
still
last year this year.
okay. So
I
they still
think.
sit with,
I could be wrong. I could be wrong.
but they
Hey,
still got
look,
him, Patty Mills, that fill
I
out that
Yeah,
position, right?
I'll tell you what I
yeah.
think on the Kyrie deal. I think the opt in is not going to happen. I think the opt in is not going to
Let's
happen.
go
It's either
here.
going to be
Impasse.
it's either going to be
Let's
because
go here.
Kyrie could get injured in the opt in year. Kyrie's going to demand a full extension, or he's going to demand out of town with KD as a package because Kyrie could get injured during his final year. I'm just saying as a security situation with his his retirement, his future, his financial future. These
Yeah.
superstars when they're getting older, and Kyrie's how old now? He's approaching what 30, 31 years old. Um, he's not gonna want to just opt in for 1 year. He's gonna want to figure this shit out. And I think Mr. Moss is right that this is just negotiations right now. That's just the standard protocol. I think they're going to get a deal done, and they're going to keep Kyrie in town. This is just a standard protocol where you can't just agree to the first offer. You got to kind of play the game and then negotiate and then come to terms like when both sides meet in the middle, so to speak. Um,
Yeah, they
so
go.
I think that's what's going on right now. I think it's just gonna it's not like they need to get this done tomorrow. They got plenty of time. They can get it done. But I think part of the situation is Kyrie probably wants to know, look, who we adding this summer in free agency? Because the team as it stands isn't they don't have enough. And so KD might be saying, hey, look, Kyrie, hold out and tell them dudes to make some moves here. We need some more beef on our roster, because they bet
Yeah,
on Titty.
I heard. To Haas, to your point by adding something, I heard Kyrie, was in association with the front office about what they need, but now they in disagreement. They in passe with each other, so it's like they trying to push Kyrie away. So in
Who
my
what was who reported that? What was the media person
Well,
or media outlet?
right now, I can't really get a source. I know what I'm saying. I read about it. I think, what I'm saying, so, a couple of guys, what I'm saying, made videos about, what I'm saying, that
Okay,
situation.
okay. Yeah,
But
I don't really
at
believe
the end of the
that.
day, man, it's
I
like
think
they
they're
in
saying they're at
disagreement.
an impasse, or they're saying at an impasse, but I don't really believe that. I think that you're going to say they're at an impasse because they don't have a deal done yet. But I think this is just how negotiations work. People will get deals done immediately all the time. Like sometimes there's negotiations that take place, and
Yeah.
Kyrie don't want to accept their first offer, and then Nets don't want to accept Kyrie's first demand. But I think eventually they'll get it done. That doesn't mean that they're at an impasse and that nothing's going to happen. I think that sometimes people talk about impasse just to, frankly, just just to generate clicks and shit like that. But
It's cap. It's cap. What you saying? It's all cap.
yeah, probably. But because see, I don't see KD and Kyrie splitting up. That's the bottom line. I think they made a deal that they're gonna stick with each other. And if one abandons the other, like if Kyrie leaves, KD just in Brooklyn with nobody else. Oh,
Hearn say Brooklyn don't want KD. I mean, want Kyrie though. He's saying Brooklyn don't want Kyrie though. That's
well,
why they.
Kevin Durant wants him.
Hey, but if KD really want a championship, he gotta think twice. I know what it. You know what I'm saying? Playing with it's a difference playing with guys that want to win and playing with guys that what I'm saying you buddy with. You know
Yeah,
what
I
I'm saying?
understand what you're saying, but Kyrie's got it done before. Like Kyrie might not have done nothing on the
He
Celtics,
has,
but
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 his
Kyrie
past
got it done
resume
on
speak
the
different.
Cavs. On the Cavs, Kyrie got it done. So you can rely on him in the playoffs if you got the right pieces.
I mean, they had the right pieces this year, right?
Well, see, the problem this year is that James Harden quit on him, right? And then what did they give up for
But
James Harden? Well, hold
but
on one second. What did they get?
why did James
What,
Harden run away?
well,
Because
I
he
think
didn't believe that Kyrie was dedicated to the game anymore.
no,
They
I don't
the
think
whole
that's the reason.
I believe that's part of the reason. I believe he
Why do you
the
think that?
Brooklyn
Because
Nets was getting
Kyrie wanted to
close.
play, but COVID wouldn't let him.
I mean, that's true. That's another story too. But at the same time, the whole it's about the team. If your team is not willing to sacrifice different needs and you're willing to run over your coach, you know what I'm saying, the whole organization, they're gonna look at you in a different light. So what I'm saying about James Harden leaving is, okay, he's seen the situation with Kyrie. Okay, Kyrie, you know what I'm saying, he got his own mind, he got his own stance, and I rock with him for that. He made a decision and he passed through. You know what I'm saying? He prevailed in that situation.
But the decision was made after Kyrie's already back. Kyrie is already back playing.
James Harden ran from that situation because he didn't want to stay with that team and hold out and you know what I'm saying, wait on Kyrie. But that's a different story.
I think when James Harden, hold on, the timeline when James Harden left, I think Kyrie is already back on the court. When James Harden, the timeline of that happening, Kyrie is already back. He was already back playing.
No, I don't think he was back yet. I think he was still in the it was before the trade deadline. They made that trade, and I think when Kyrie did come back, you know, they went on that losing streak and shit like that. Was he back yet?
That's a good question, actually. That's a very good question, Greenlee.
Because I just seen the turmoil in the situation, and that I feel like they was just the whole organization.
So you think because New York City changed their law, right? Because what it was before was that employees and like no employees can get a job basically in New York City unless they're vaccinated. But then they relaxed the rule just for entertainers. So basketball players, if you're going to go to a Broadway concert, like all those folks who performed to the public, they were allowed to be unvaccinated. But if you're just working as a secretary or an office manager somewhere, you still have to be vaccinated to get a freaking job. I mean, look, that was a stupid ass law by New York City.
The situation was tough, and he came through. But what I'm saying is, okay, now that that's all out the way, you know what I'm saying? All that's out the way, that's behind us. All the other teams willing to really accept Kyrie's dedication to the game, paying him.
But do you think James Harden? But that's a good question, Greenlee. Do you think James Harden saw that whole situation and he said to himself, "Well, New York's not going to change their law, so I'm going to go to try to get something done with Embiid"?
I mean, James Harden the front runner anyway, so he's willing to run when he sees any situation not sticky for him at that time, because you know they made a pact that they was gonna come there. I was gonna be the facilitator, Kyrie and KD. I was gonna set y'all up, and we was gonna do the three thing. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, okay, James Harden pulled a hamstring. Kyrie Irving gets hurt. James Harden tries to come back and you know what I'm saying, be a present for KD, and KD couldn't get it done, putting up 50 triple doubles. Then you come back, James Harden out of shape. He complained about his hamstring, things like that. Then Kyrie with the mandate situation, that put a different story to the team. So
I think I remember the situation now. What it was Kyrie was before the trade deadline. Kyrie was playing road games. Okay, so Kyrie was playing on the road, but he wasn't allowed playing home games because of the dumbass New York City law. Okay, so Kyrie is playing all the road games with James Harden and KD. But then on the home games, Kyrie wasn't allowed to play because of stupid-ass New York City law about vaccination. So Kyrie wanted to play the home games. It's just that he couldn't because of that stupid law. But he was playing the road games, I think, starting in January. I think the team let him play the road games starting in January. But the only city that wouldn't let the guys play was New York City. All the other road teams, they would let Kyrie play because they didn't have that stupid ass law. So what happened was either James Harden just ran like a bitch, or James Harden said to himself,
"Easy salute." No, keep cooking, Hoss.
Either that, or James Harden said to himself, "I don't think New York City's going to change this stupid ass law, and we need Kyrie to win a playoffs, so I'm just going to jump ship now." Now, see, but Kyrie does have a love for the game. He's dedicated to the sport. It's just that stupid New York City law about you have to be vaccinated to get a fucking job. I mean, I think how oppressive that dumbass law is. That was a stupid ass law, and I support Kyrie for standing up to that bullshit. Everybody should have stood up to that bullshit, so that nobody would have been working in New York City until they lifted that ban. But anyway, that's beside the point. I think the bottom line is that Kyrie ain't going nowhere unless KD signs off on it, because KD and Kyrie are like they made a pact. They made a deal back in the when KD was a free agent. And I don't think either of them guys are going to abandon each other. I don't think Kyrie is going to say to KD, "See you later, buddy. I'm going to the fucking Clippers or the Lakers or the Knicks." I think Kyrie's going to stand in Brooklyn. They're going to work out a deal. This is a negotiation process right now. They'll finally get a deal done. And then the question is Ben Simmons going to be fully committed to playing basketball and winning, or is Ben Simmons just going to try to play video games and lay on his ass and sit on his ass and hurt his back?
Let me ask you this, bro. Do you think it's gonna be on KD? All said and done, you think it's gonna be on KD for them to go in the front office like, nah, work out a deal with Kyrie and get it done, and then he got to go to Ben Simmons and be, hey, Ben Simmons, you got to be committed, my G. But we all know the story that KD's not a leader like that. But if you want a championship, if you want to get that horse off his back, whatever we want to call it, we just seen the Golden State Warriors win the championship without him. He gonna have to really step up as a leader this year. So if you want his boy to stay, and you see these rumors like this, do you think it's gonna be coming down to KD?
I do. That's a good question, Greenleaf, and I think you're right. It does come down to KD, and I think KD is going to figure out how to keep Kyrie. They're going to work out a deal with the front office and Kyrie, and so they're going to keep Kyrie in town. And look, Kyrie likes living in Brooklyn. He just don't like the stupid COVID laws. He likes KD. He likes playing for the Nets. I don't think Kyrie's unhappy. I think Kyrie was just unhappy with the stupid-ass vaccine law, which wasn't the Nets' fault. It wasn't KD's fault. It wasn't the Nets organization's fault. That was just New York City's dumbass mayor. And both of the mayors, the outgoing mayor and the incoming mayor, are just a whole establishment in New York City. How they like to control people like that. But anyways, you're right. It's up to KD to get Ben Simmons motivated. And if they can't get Ben Simmons motivated, and I don't know what's going on with his back surgery, my suspicion is that he hurt his back by just sitting on his ass playing video games all day. I heard stories about him playing like Fortnite for like 24 hours straight. If you're just sitting on your back for 24 hours straight playing Fortnite, you're going to have some back problems eventually, just sitting on your ass like that. So I don't know what's going on with Ben Simmons, man. If his priority is video games over basketball, then he don't deserve his big contract, and he should get booted out of the league by the Players Association or some shit.
He ain't dedicated, yeah. I feel if he ain't dedicated, he ain't dedicated. Hey,
all of us. Go ahead.
I want to salute the real Leezy in the building, man. Salute to the Golden State Warriors, man. They won another
appreciate you, bro. I'm watching this boosty ass parade right now.
Salute, Leezy.
What up, man?
Yeah, it's not the same as it being across the bridge in the town, bro. Frisco in the town, it's a little different.
Yeah, different fool out there.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just better that we ain't getting no speeches. You know what I'm saying? They just rolling up and down the motherfucking down Market Street. So it is what it is.
Already, man.
Oh, you Leezy? You from Oaktown?
No, I'm from right out next to Oakland, but I was born in Hayward, and I was raised in Berkeley and Oakland. So
that's cool.
Hey, Leezy.
You know what I'm saying?
The real Leezy. Hey, man, what you got on the situation, man? The Kyrie and all this stuff going on, man.
I kind of felt that shit was gonna end up being like this from the beginning when he said we don't need a coach. Like right there, you're really undermining. You're undermining the front office. You know what I'm saying? You're the player. You're not like the team. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not like, you feel what I'm saying? He was stepping on management from the get-go. And then with this whole pandemic shit, him opting like, fuck, I'm not getting that. See, management and them don't like that, bro. When you go against the system and go against the grain, bro,
man. Look, you can't force people to get a shot.
I know, but what I'm saying is that you become public enemy number one.
That was not Kyrie's fault. That's New York City's fault.
You know what I'm saying? No, I agree. No, what I'm saying is that I agree with that, but let's call it what it is. You
let them finish.
Go ahead.
You're a done deal. I'm just saying. I agree with Kyrie. I took his same stance as Kyrie.
Yeah, fact.
They had to lift that. I ain't getting
no right.
Fact. But what I'm saying is that's the political shit. But I'm just speaking from. They were already in the discourse from the beginning when he challenged and said, we don't need a coach. You're already undermining you know what I'm saying, undermining, Sean Marks, because Sean Marks is the one who chose motherfucking Steve Nash. So what are you saying, that I got it wrong? Oh, you're not going to listen. You're not going to go along with the decisions I'm making. That's how Sean Marks in front office is looking at that. And then with everything else that happened, and then we know Kyrie's history of him deciding to, like, I need to take a break for mental health issues or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? That's another reason why Sean Marks came out and was like, well, Kyrie, he need to be available. We need players that's going to be available and committed and dedicated. So that was a shot that they took. And that was public. You know what I'm saying? All this shit was public. They could have hashed out any kind of differences behind the scenes, but once they start making their public relationship, you know what I'm saying? Once they start making their relationship public, it kind of trickles down on the success in the of the whole team. You get what I'm saying? You could see that Brooklyn was never, even though they was in first place at one point in the season. Shit, Philly was at first place at one point of the season. The Warriors was at first place when, like, you know what I'm saying? It was, so I don't really look at that as, you know what I'm saying, that they had success or whatever. That's just how the season played out. But I knew that Brooklyn was never ever going to be there in the end because they had too many distractors, you know what I'm saying, with organization. You know what I'm saying? It was always something coming out publicly. It was on First Take, it was on ESPN, it was all in tabloids for one reason or another, and then KD got injured.
Hey, let me ask you this question. So if they had James Harden in the playoffs, do you think the same shit happens? Because I think they're in the finals.
No.
Yeah, they're definitely in the finals if James Harden's on that team.
They're in the finals?
Yes.
What makes you think that?
Look, when James Harden, things didn't work out either year. So if you remember back, not this year but last year, okay. So we're talking about 2021 season, okay. Right. There were some injuries that year too, but when KD and Kyrie and Harden were playing together, they were winning. They were winning like 800 winning percentage, and they played like 20. They only played like 20, 25 games together, and they won like 800 winning percentage. And even when KD was out with some sort of injury, Kyrie and Harden were playing together, and the Nets were winning. And I remember last year, who
was their big man?
Hold on one second. Let me say this. Last year, James Harden was being considered for MVP on the Nets. I remember Max Kellerman on First Take, because this was last year now. Max Kellerman on First Take was saying James Harden has a case for MVP because the Nets are cooking without KD being injured. And so, if those three were playing together,
James Harden were really the same, man. He didn't seem like he gave that effort either. You know, it was just him.
So you think he was out of shape?
Out of shape, mentally, not
committed,
not committed. Yeah, all that. Because it was articles too. You know what I'm saying? That it wasn't articles, but it was hearsay. He said that Kevin Durant was upset about how James Harden came in the shape. You know what I'm saying? Behind the scenes, this and that. And so all that it don't build no camaraderie. James Harden, you know what I'm saying? He think he's on the level with KD and Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? And
but see, the reason that Harden was being considered for MVP last year is because he accepted his role as the point guard. Like James Harden was putting up some mad assists on him.
Into this season,
hey, let me name some players though.
Not committed like that because he's like, okay, it's the same thing. Same thing's gonna happen.
Let me name some of them players when you said they was in the playoffs, because I think you're giving James Harden a little bit too much credit. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
They had Jared Allen, who was an all-star this year, and we seen what he did. He had career numbers. They traded him. They also
so that's my point though. Go ahead.
They had Spencer Dinwiddie. We seen what he did when he got traded to Dallas, right? They went to the Western Conference Finals. They had Jeff Green, veteran. Jeff Green is a veteran. He's won at, you know what I'm saying, whatever team he's been a part of. Let's see, Joe Harris was healthy. Even though he didn't play well, his defense, he's still 6'7", about 6'7", and plays defense. He came from that Virginia. Virginia teach defense.
I agree.
They had DeAndre Jordan. I mean, that's a veteran. You know what I'm saying? He was better than he was this year. He was better that year.
So let me ask you this question, okay?
Hold on, I'm not finished. Hold on. They had Karis LeVert.
Yeah.
LeVert did in Indiana. We seen what he did, you know what I'm saying, with Cleveland when he got traded. So And then they had Taurean Prince. Taurean Prince was a defender who can knock down shots and guard the best player on the other team, at least make it hard for him. And they had Landry Shamet. Landry, proven. We seen what he did in Philly. Then he went to the Clippers, seen what he did with the Clippers. Then we seen what he did with Phoenix. So I mean, that those players matter. So you minus all of those players, right? And you just have James Harden and Patty Mills and Bruce Brown with none of those other players. And then you're starting Nicholas Claxton. I don't think you're going to go to the finals with that roster, bro. That's just in my opinion. But
look, I understand what you're saying, but you got to consider that Joe Harris was injured. So I'm just saying that let's assume Joe Harris was healthy and James Harden was not traded. Then that team had a shot. Okay, now Joe Harris wasn't healthy. I understand that. But what I'm trying to say is that I don't think it was a distraction issue. I think it was just a talent issue about what the Nets had this year in the playoffs. Because if you look at it, okay, so even if you take Harden out, let's take Harden out. Let's imagine that trade didn't even happen. Okay, well you take Harden out, but at least now you have Jared Allen. Now you have Karis LeVert. Now you have Dinwiddie with KD and Kyrie. So if you have all those guys together. Yeah, they're going to make a serious playoff run. But now you don't. But now you traded Jared Allen, you traded Karis LeVert, you traded Dinwiddie and all that for Harden. Okay, so now you don't have all those role players, and you don't have Harden. So now you're at a talent. You should have a talent deficit because you don't have all the guys you traded for Harden, and you don't have Harden, and you don't have Joe Harris, and you don't have Ben Simmons, and you don't have any of these other guys. So they just didn't have enough talent.
You know what? I'm glad you said it. And that's the reason why I feel that they wouldn't have made a run with James Harden. They just didn't have enough. And James Harden wasn't committed. And it seemed like he was injured. Like maybe that hamstring is hampering him. And he's not in shape, bro. He wasn't the same James Harden that he was earlier at the start of the season. Like the first month of the season. We seen James Harden put up some old.
So why do you think that is? Why do you think what happened to Harden during the season that made him lack his passion for the game? What do you think happened?
To be honest, I never really thought that James Harden had a passion for the game. I just feel that he was talented.
Okay.
Exuded a mindset to me where you put him on the levels of the Kobe's, the Jordans, the LeBrons, you know what I'm saying, the Kawhi Leonards, etc. You get what I'm saying? He has the talent to play basketball, and he displays that when he's at 100%, and we see that the numbers that he put up. But remember, the referees in the NBA changed those rules. He wasn't getting them foul calls. His numbers dipped drastically because of that.
That's true. That's actually a good point.
Every other game, he's out partying with Future and Lil Baby. It's like, dude, where's your head at? Do you want
right?
Who do you want to be? Do you want to go down as one of the greats to ever do this, or you just want to go down as somebody you know what I'm saying, who had a lot of talent?
I'll tell you something else that happened too. Okay, now we all remember playing ball and how easy it was to stay in shape when we were 22, 23, even 27, 28. But once you get up to 30 and plus, you can't just eat whatever you want no more. You can't just eat whatever you want. You're gonna start gaining weight, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, I can't like keep this weight off no more. That happens to every athlete, and I think that happened to James Harden because he's always been built like a linebacker, but he's been built like a fucking dad bod for the last year or two.
Yeah, and that's why Chris Paul. Remember when Chris Paul came to Houston? Chris Paul almost made James Harden cry because he said he had titties. He was clowning him so hard.
Hey, that's true though.
Really. That's why I say titties over titles, because Chris Paul was clowning James Harden in the he almost started crying, bro. That was a report. I remember that shit clear as day. He wasn't dedicated to keeping his body in shape.
But look, James Harden is gonna have a steep decline if he don't get his ass back in shape. You know what I'm saying?
And he has to be right mentally. See, you can be in shape all you want, but if your head not in the right place, bro, then you're not going to help your team. You're going to hurt them when your mind isn't in it. You have to, this game is 99.5% mental, bro.
Right.
Like, you got to be locked in.
That's why the greatest of the greats had a mental game, like Jordan, like Kobe. If you look at guys like Kareem, and like if you look at guys like Larry Bird and Magic, they were like they had a competitiveness problem. And I remember people talking about Jordan had a gambling problem, and they asked Jordan's dad. They asked Jordan's dad about that, and what Jordan's dad said was, "No, he don't have a gambling problem. He has a competitiveness problem." because
That's
he
real
just
talk.
wanted to win those fucking bets. He would bet people on the golf course. He'd be out there like, look, I'll bet you I win this hole. I bet you I'll beat you. I'll birdie this. I'll bet you I'll birdie this hole. And he would put money on it. So he had a competitive. He didn't have a gambling problem. He had a competitiveness problem.
And
And
that's
I
what's
think
wrong
that
with
the
our
greatest
league right
people.
now.
And that's one of the things I respect about Steph Curry now is because before you're like, do you really want to compete? But now it shows that look, he actually gave it his all last year when Clay was injured, but then when the whole team was injured, and he still put up 30 points a game and made it to the playoff. And then this year he had that competitiveness to go all the way. So all the greats have that competitive drive where they're not satisfied with what they got now. They want more. And so you're right, James Harden doesn't have that.
And that hurt Philly. He came over to Philly and he scored that first couple games. He got off to a good start. And then when reality starts setting in, you can see the frustration build with Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid and Doc Rivers start becoming fucking hella frustrated with this dude. It's like you really had it was no difference than having available Ben Simmons. That's how frustrated they was with dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because that's really what it was. James Harden turned into a available Ben Simmons on a hoop court, bro. He was passing. I ain't never seen James Harden pass up any shot.
Right.
Period. That nigga was passing up shots.
Yeah, he was.
To motherfuckers like Danny Green and Matisse Thybulle. I said, oh my god. And then I seen that Tyrese Maxey. I told everybody, I say Philadelphia gonna go as far as Tyrese Maxey take him. And Tyrese Maxey played a hell of a month in the second half of the season. He was a ball. But him and James Harden didn't get along because Tyrese Maxey said, man, this motherfucker don't have no work ethic. This motherfucker don't want to be great. You know what I'm saying? Y'all talking about James Harden. Like, we got a motherfucking player that's a former shell of himself. You get what I'm saying? He didn't just play nothing of the old school James Harden, bro. He was complaining.
So we all agree that James Harden used to be greater than. I mean, he was an all-time great, and he still is great. He's top 75 player, and he earned that. But do you think, Elise and Greenleaf, do you think that James Harden's career is basically over as a superstar?
I do. I believe so.
As a superstar, yeah, he can still be a star, a capable star. You know what I'm saying? Because he's averaging 20. What he at 20-9, something like that, 22-9.
Those numbers are misleading. If you see,
it's misleading. It's misleading. He's gonna have to come next year and really, like, you know what I'm saying, show that he's really worth whatever Doc Rivers and them capping for that max deal. But as far as a superstar, yeah, I don't think he's on that level no more. Not no 35 a game, James Harden. Nah.
Let's plug in.
He's gonna be a totally different player.
I'm gonna make this comparison real quick. Let's plug in James Harden for Jaylen Brown. Let's swap the two, right? Mm-hmm. And what team do you think goes further, Boston or Philly? Swap just those two players.
You talking about Jaylen Brown?
Jaylen Brown and James Harden. Which team you think would have had a deeper run in the playoffs this year?
If Jaylen Brown was on Philly, then you got to give it to Philly.
Oh, okay. So that you see my point. You see what I'm saying? Because you know what you're gonna get. Jaylen Brown coming. He's coming. He's getting better every year.
And he's young. And he's still young.
Years already. His best years are behind him now. He doesn't have his trajectory. He has nowhere else to go. He achieved everything he wanted to achieve. And I don't even think that he really want to win a championship, because if he did, he would have came in with the right mindset, the right focus, the right attention to detail. You know what I'm saying? And you would have kept your body in shape. You feel what I'm saying? That matters.
And when he stopped getting on some of them foul calls, man, I think that really affected him mentally.
Because he knew he couldn't do the cheat code. See, that was kind of like a cheat. And then the same thing, you know how Chris Paul be doing his little rip through from half court.
Right.
Get a call, bro. That makes no sense. I seen Steph Curry do that about 5-6 times in his playoffs, and they didn't get no call. So, see, when you don't have those certain calls, bro, that go in your favor and that shit go against you, it exposes a little bit about your game. You get what I'm saying?
And it's like he needed a workaround, and he couldn't find that. So he's like, "What am I going to?"
Can we be honest and say James Harden had a post game before? Can we say he had a mid-range game? Can he say that, you know what I'm saying, he can do something else besides dribble, step back three, or dribble, go to the hole, shoot a floater? So you have to have a whole game, bro. I remember they said that about Steph Curry. Oh, Steph Curry can't do that. If you take the three away from him, what can he do? That's a damn lie. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker just talking. You seen Steph Curry go mid-range. You see him get to the free throw line. You see him do the left.
Part of what happened was that part of what happened was the reason why the step back three was so effective is because guys would back off him because they were afraid of his driving skills.
Exactly.
And
Right.
so when they weren't getting the calls anymore, they could man up. They could get in his chest a little bit more, and that step back wasn't working as well.
Exactly. They allowed the players to be a little bit more physical with the ball handler now. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
With the change of the rules, but they kind of reverted back to the old rules and then implement. It was like game to game was different depending on what refs you had in that game. You feel what I'm saying? Some are still giving them calls, and then some wouldn't giving them calls. You feel me? It was inconsistent.
I agree. Yeah. It wasn't like it was back in the 90s era all of a sudden.
Right. Because that's not good for the sport. See, that it's a whole different brand of basketball right now. They want the score to be. They want all of these games to be exciting, not boring. They don't want to.
But you know what? But you know what the truth is?
Play dunk on somebody. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what the truth is? If they want these games to be exciting, they should tighten up the rules because they should. I mean, when you have these soft ass rules, what happens is teams go on a run easier. They'll go on a 15-2 run a lot easier than if you have a hard ass defense, right? And so that's when you get these 15, 20-point blowout games when you have the soft ass rules. But when you had in the 90s in that era, in the 80s, when you had the really a hard ass rules where you could really D them up, you would have lower scoring games where you'd have like 90-93. 95 to 91.
Go ahead, Green.
Let me ask you a question, Hans, about that, because I'm glad you mentioned that. What rules you think they need to get rid of or change to make the league more exciting? Because I remember me and you had a conversation on Ticket TV channel one day back last year. We came up with that they should redo the top 50, but they added 75. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't know if you remember that, but what?
I remember that.
You remember that? Okay, yeah. What do you think they should change, man? What do you?
I think they need to change two.
I
think they need to change definitely two things for sure. Number one, they need to get that flagrant one out of here. I mean, I agree with the flagrant two. The flagrant two is legit, but the flagrant one, I don't agree with that at all, man. Because now guys are afraid of getting a flagrant one. And then they got the coaching staff saying, "Hey man, don't do a flagrant one." So guys are afraid to contest, like really physically contest shots because their elbow might accidentally hit them in the side of the head. You know what I mean? If they go up and try to contest the shot. So instead, what they try to do is they try to swipe the ball and try to steal it before they go up for the shot. And so that's why you see a lot fewer shots get contested up in the air. And instead, what you're seeing is a lot of guys swiping down at the ball when they're still on the ground. That's the first thing. Get rid of the flagrant one, okay? And then the second thing is bring back some hand checking. Ain't nothing wrong with a little hand checking going on. I mean, it's not like guys weren't getting in the paint in the 90s. You'd still see guys getting in the paint. Like Dominique Wilkins was still cooking. Jordan, you'd have others get in the paint. Isaiah Thomas could get in the paint, and he's a little guy. So even with hand checking, it's not like you're taking away the whole offensive arsenal. What you're doing though is you are preventing all these runs like that lead to blowout games. And what you're doing is you're really elevating the stat patterns.
Okay.
Hey, also you got to get rid of that motherfucking
rules.
You got to get rid of that take foul. I hate that shit. That little take foul when you know that you threw a turnover. So, let me just stop the fast break. No, that take foul should be just like the motherfucking
you saw how Jokic you saw how Jokic react when that Morris brother hit him on that take foul. Right. He got up and he mauled him in the back. Remember that?
He canceled him for the rest of the season.
He was banner out for the whole season.
And he didn't see no one do that
the whole season.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in the swipe through, we seen KD do it. We see motherfucking Chris Paul do it. Jane, I don't like that swipe through shit, and that's a reason why motherfucking this year. One of the reasons why Jason Tatum wasn't getting. That's the reason why he was playing hella garbage. He would go hella soft and try to expose the ball and try to
Yeah, he started doing
play
that
on his
James
Hey,
arms.
Harden.
I'm
and,
like,
and then the
Finals
one
dropped the
other
mic
thing,
like
you
that.
never seen Jordan and Kobe do shit
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Come on.
And then the one other, listen, and the one other thing that they're starting to get rid of, but it still happens occasionally, but it used to be abused every night, was
Mhm.
that thing where you do the pump fake and then you jump into the defender.
Oh yeah, that shit.
You do the pump fake, you get the defender in the air, but then you jump into the defender, causing a
Right,
foul. That should be
right.
an offensive foul, if anything, because you're jumping into the guy. I mean,
Yeah,
you shouldn't be allowed to jump into the defender and create a foul.
yeah, I agree
Yeah,
with
but
that.
I think the league, they do like high scoring. They like the three ball with the Golden State Warriors present. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Jason, Easy, since you here, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about the Golden State Warriors, man.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's
All
talk
right,
about
go
them.
ahead.
Hey, man. Like I said, dog. Hey, Steph Curry, that nigga right now, man. They was talking about who's the face of the league. You know what I'm saying earlier
Right.
between, you know what I'm saying, certain guys. I
Hmm.
think Steph Curry, you know what I'm saying, he there now. You know what I'm saying? Just like Giannis won a ring last year. And
Right.
you know what I'm saying? They saying he was the best in the world, which I still
Mhm.
probably believe he is, according to, you know what I'm saying, his team being healthy. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, the Golden State Warriors won. So Steph Curry, 4 champs, two-time
Yeah,
MVP, conference
yeah,
finals MVP,
yeah.
NBA finals MVP, man. Doing
NBA
it the
All
right
Star
way.
Kobe Bryant Trophy, the first. It was a first for everything for Steph
Yeah,
this
yeah,
year.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You did mention that. So
Yeah.
man, hey, how you feel going forward about the Warriors, man?
I think that we have a steady culture. I think that certain high character and high IQ guys fit, you know what I'm saying, with what we do. You know what I'm saying? We're very, very young. For GP2 to not even be in the league, you know what I'm saying, a couple years ago and bounce in and out of the G League and sign with teams and get traded or get released and cut. Even the Warriors cut him this year. You know that, right? The Warriors cut him and then re-signed him.
Wow, wow. I didn't
You
know
get what I'm
that.
saying? So for the adversity, and he's young, bro. You know what I'm saying? Went to Oregon State like his dad, bro. Never really, I guess he never really panned out to where he got drafted. I think he was like a top 15, top 16 pick, if I'm not mistaken. Might have to fact check that, but
He was getting the minutes in the finals ahead of Iguodala.
yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Just but to get to to come from where he came from and battle all that adversity, bro, it
Right,
says a lot
right.
about about his makeup. You
And
get
it
what I'm
showed
saying?
how his dad, Gary Payton Sr., raised him.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? He stayed 10 toes down. You feel me? And then the rest is history. And then let's go to Jordan Poole. In the G League. See, we
He's
got
going to
all
get
these G
better.
League
He's going to
stories,
get
right?
better. He's
Jordan
going to get
Poole
better.
was in the G League, bro, just last year, bro. He got
And
caught.
he's
And
not,
at the
by
beginning of
the
this
way,
season,
he's
he got
not, hey,
caught up.
Eleasy, he's not done. He's going to get better.
That's what I'm saying. So you have to look at it. Because you're talking about moving forward. He's hella young. Nobody wins at this age and has that much impact on their team on a winning
And you know how
organization, bro.
how to
Oh,
identify.
let him cook.
Oh,
No,
sorry, I'm
no,
sorry. Go
no,
ahead.
you good, Haas. Hey,
Nah, yeah,
bro, he's so young, bro, and for him to
I'll be
experience
on it,
winning
man.
and play an intricate part in that, bro, that's a testament to the culture, testament to the culture staff, and testament to the main guys that been there. Iggy, Sean Livingston in the organization. You still got motherfucking Barbosa in the organization. Michael Dunleavy Jr. is in the front office. You know what I'm saying? That's a veteran player. You've seen what his dad did, you know what I'm saying, throughout his years of coaching in the league. You know what I'm saying? Then you still got Iggy, Draymond, Clay, Steph, bro. It's the culture, and then we got people like Moody, high character, high IQ guy. Hugh Minga, superb athlete, high character, high IQ guy. He's only gonna get better. You get what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, they gonna they're gonna be they're gonna be around for the next motherfucking damn near 10 years, depending on free agency contracts and shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? Because the way motherfucking they play, and then Wiggs, I didn't even mention Wiggs. See, that's what I'm saying. It just depends on contracts, people who want to maybe take less money to try to pay somebody else to try to keep this shit intact, depending on how many they want to win. See, you have to be selfless. When you win championships, you got to sacrifice a little bit. Everybody can't be the main guy, but everybody can be the main guy in their role, though. You see what I'm saying? Everybody plays a certain role on the team. So when you look back at the greatest organizations that ever existed, bro. Boston, LA, San Antonio, you know what I'm saying? The Warriors, fucking Detroit, so on and so forth. You have to look at the roles that all those other players played. They became Hall of Famers by being great in their role. It couldn't be 10 stars on one team. You got a couple stars on one team, and then everybody else are complementary players, bro. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why it works so good with the and they're young, and they got a lot more basketball left, bro. They have a lot more basketball left, barring injuries and, like I say, free agency and contract. If the guys say, fuck that, I want to get money over here. But then I'll take less money over here because I want to win. So it depends on the mindset, really. So we'll see. But I think that we got another like damn near 5-6 years being great.
Right. Hey, Haas,
let me ask you this question.
Haas, who you? Oh, go ahead, Haas. Okay.
No, go ahead. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You're the host.
I was gonna ask you a question. Salute to T Price in the building. Salute T Price.
Salute T.
So I see you. I'm gonna call you later, bro.
Hey, I was gonna.
Hey, Easy. I got one question for you. Before you, are you about to hop out?
Go ahead.
Boy, Haas, y'all.
Man. Hey, Haas, let me ask you a question, man.
All right, go ahead.
Now that Elise, you know what I'm saying, he cooked on his Warriors, man. What you think? Who you think can compete next year? You think I think the Warriors could go back to the finals, man.
I mean, look, Jordan Poole. I was going to ask Elise because Jordan Poole looks like the second best player on their team next year. I mean,
go ahead. Yeah,
because a lot of these guys are aging, getting older. Clay's getting older. Draymond's getting older. All these guys getting older. Looks like Jordan Poole is going to be the second best player on that team.
Right.
And then the other question I have for Elise is, what do you think of Wiseman? What do you think of Wiseman? Is he going to contribute next year?
Oh, shit. Damn, bro. Look, I didn't even mention the motherfucker.
Damn,
you feel me? I didn't mention everybody but Wiseman. Like, I'm going to go see. The Summer League start, I think, July 3rd, I'm going to be courtside for the Summer League at the Chase Center. So I get to see Wiseman. I get to really evaluate Wiseman.
Better go live, nigga.
I'm you know me. I'm going to holler.
Better go live, nigga. Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel me? Let me
know.
Let me know. I need to know if niggas really want it, because I'm winning, bro. I don't give a fuck about none of that other shit, nigga. We win, bro. Period.
Some good shit, man.
Going back to the Jordan Poole thing, though, Haas. A couple partner who I grew up with, he is like friends with Jordan Poole, right? He said that Jordan Poole was the best player in the camp, and that's out of all the players, even Steph included. He said that Jordan Poole was cooking Steph.
You know what surprised me? The stat that surprised me was that you got Clay and Steph who are above 90% from the free throw line, but Jordan Poole is better from the free throw line than both of them, right?
In the league, it ain't like he shot just 20 free throws. He get to the free throw line.
And
this year.
And what does he shoot, like 94% from the line?
Like 93 and some change.
That's crazy. Dude, think about how insane that is. You shoot 100 free throws. You shoot 100 free throws, you shoot 100 free throws, you're missing 6 or 7?
Come on, bro. That's unreal. And then you see, hey, Jordan Poole is he's a more explosive Steph.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely more explosive than Clay. I wouldn't say Steph, because Steph has a different like body type. Right, but Jordan Poole and Clay, Jordan Poole's he's a little bit more explosive than Clay.
Right. He's a little bit more explosive than Clay, but has a game like a Steph. If that makes sense. Yeah. So it's just like, you can get a little bit of Steph and Clay with explosion. How you saw that? And you still got Clay and Steph? That makes no sense, bro.
How did they find him? I mean,
Michigan. You remember when he hit that half court shot in the motherfucking Sweet 16?
Okay.
He hit that half-court shot. Jordan Poole at the buzzer. Y'all don't remember that? Go look it up. Jordan Poole had a jumper. If you go back to his high school highlights, he was doing this shit in high school.
Shit, he hit a half-court shot in Game 4 when Boston was winning that. They took the lead in the third quarter, right?
Splash.
Right, and then at the end of the third, he hit that half-court shot.
And then he hit another one in Game 5.
Yeah, he hit 2 of them jokers.
And if you think about it, Boston was up 2-1. If you think about it, Boston was up 2-1. What was this might be a little bit cliche, but if you think about what was the turning point of the whole series, is when Poole hit that buzzer beater at the end of the third quarter in Game 4.
That shit it's hard to guard. It's like if you shut down just Steph, bro. Let's just say the Boston shut down Steph. That means Poole's wide open, Wiggins wide open, Clay is wide open. If you leave anybody wide open in the motherfucking NBA, oh, that's bottoms. I don't give a fuck who you is. Even sometimes can hit a wide open shot. We seen.
And you know the fact that they won it this year, they're going to be even more motivated next year. Like they're going to want to go back to back.
That they know. They said, okay, we play that. See, because the Warriors, they use shit for bulletin board material. Everybody was like, oh, they didn't play everybody was injured. So the Warriors like, oh, I can't wait till next year. Oh, everybody's gonna be healthy. Okay.
And imagine if they add one. Like Wiseman is still young, but imagine if they add one front court player. Like imagine if they bring JaVale McGee back in the fold.
Hey, I'm glad you just took the words right out of my mouth because JaVale McGee is invested out here in the Bay, bro. He love the Bay. I think they're gonna go and try to get JaVale McGee in the offseason. Is JaVale McGee a free agent?
I think so.
He don't be signing. He don't
sign.
Yeah,
I think he is a free agent. He one of those big men. Him.
He signed like a 1 or 2 year deal with the Suns, and he's done.
Yeah,
and the Suns,
Oh yeah,
that'd be crazy if they get him back though.
We might lose him. That's one of those other contract situations. Looney is going to get paid. Somebody already talking about going to get Looney right now. Oh, Charlotte Hornets. They already talking about going to get Looney.
Yeah, he'll probably get paid. But they can give up Looney. They can replace him. You know what I'm saying? They can replace him.
But that's one of them high character guys that you can always count on, no matter the situation.
And in the finals, they did need him for the front court because he did rebound in the game 5 and 6. They needed that rebounding.
Right. But if you can replace Looney with like a JaVale McGee who gonna protect the rim better than him, then shit, that's a good. I mean, you'll take that, and then you got Wiseman coming back, so you'll take that.
Who's their stiffest competition in the West next year? You think it's going to be the Mavs?
Fully healthy Clippers,
the Mavs, maybe the Nuggets, fully healthy Nuggets.
The Nuggets healthy, yeah. They got the Nuggets, Clippers. It's going to be the Nuggets, Clippers, and Dallas. And Memphis. Let's throw Memphis in there. And then
you think Phoenix is done?
Phoenix.
Phoenix, man.
They peaked. I told everybody, bro.
Yeah. With the DeAndre Ayton situation, all that coming into fold.
Okay.
It's overachieved. Period.
I mean, Chris Paul.
Somebody say Memphis too. Bucky, they didn't want to say Memphis.
Yeah, Memphis is going to stay good.
I said Memphis.
Oh, you said Memphis? Okay.
Yeah. But the thing for me, Memphis ain't gonna get a number 2 seed next year. That was their best season with the Jaren Jackson and Desmond Bane experiment. They're probably going to be like around the middle of the pack next year.
Hey, you know what would be crazy? I don't know how many years. I don't know how many years Chris Paul has with the Suns, but I would just thought across my mind. Imagine if Boston got their hands on Chris Paul. How much better they would get because turnovers is their biggest problem.
Yeah.
Like imagine if they could just trade. Imagine if they could just trade.
They need a point guard.
Yeah, imagine if they could just trade for Chris Paul.
You're gonna have to come up off of Marcus Smart.
No, but imagine if they don't need to come off of him. They could just trade for Chris Paul, but they could give up like young players and draft picks. You know what I'm saying? And if Phoenix got like 3 first-round draft picks for like a 37-year-old Chris Paul, they'd be pretty happy with that.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, that would work. You would have to give up draft picks and Marcus Smart. You would have to.
So you think they had to give up Smart, huh?
Yeah, Chris Paul and Marcus Smart ain't gonna work together. I'm sorry.
I'm
just saying because Marcus Smart thinking he better than what he really is, bro. He kind of reminds me like he
what
reminds
it do, Wilts?
But in a guard.
What's good, Greg? What's good, y'all, man?
What's good, man?
Oh, what's good?
Wilts.
What's good?
What's good? I'm glad you're in the building, man.
Easy was good. Yeah.
Hey, I want to ask you how you feel about if Kyrie Irving land, or do y'all want a Kyrie Irving talent over there in the New York Knicks?
Yo. I was saying this before. I don't know. I was on Ticket or T Price's shit. But I was saying, man, that if Kyrie play for the Knicks, not just the Knicks, the fucking Garden, man. Imagine Kyrie play for the Garden, man.
Ooh.
That's another atmosphere, man. That's some shit right there.
He already played at the Boston Garden.
That would be better than Brooklyn, in my opinion.
Way better than Brooklyn, man. Yeah, way better.
He was, they were supposed to sign with the Knicks instead of Brooklyn anyway. So
exactly, man.
So you think if Kyrie arrive in New York, the Garden, it's gonna be rocking. It's over.
Oh my
God,
it's over.
That'll be rocking. It's gonna be like every home game is gonna be fucking crazy, man.
Crazy.
Who would y'all give up?
I want to see that so bad.
Man, yo, I'll get Julius Randle out of there, nigga. I'll get Alec Burks out there. Get him out of there, nigga.
See, Mr. Mass was in here. Mr. Mass was in here earlier. He was saying like he'll give up Julius Randle.
Exactly.
You know, things like players like that. But you know your team more than I do, man. Like,
bro, y'all really hate Julius Randle. Like, that's my dude, bro. Y'all like Julius
Randle? Wait. Nah, the reason why, because Julius Randle got scared of Speedy Gonzalez last year, nigga. That's what fucked him up, man. He ain't been the same. Speedy Gonzalez. Trae Young, bitch ass.
Oh,
that
Young.
nigga.
Come on, bro.
That
Trae
nigga.
Young. He ain't busting up, right?
I still don't like that nigga, man.
Talking all that shit. Trae Young, fuck Trae Young, bro.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Julius Randle got scared, man. Like, he froze up, man. He froze the fuck up.
Yeah, I think Thibodeau really fucked y'all, to be honest.
I mean, yeah. He got a
part. Thibodeau on his rotations didn't make no sense. He didn't even play fucking Cam Reddish. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
no, but listen, hold on. I got a theory behind that. I think toward the end of the year, after the All-Star break, I think the Knicks were playing for the draft. I think they were playing for draft picks. That's why the rotations were fucked up. They were trying to.
But yo,
they're trying to get a higher pick.
We got the 11. Man, come on, man. We got the 11th pick, man. I knew that shit was going to happen. That shit was going to happen, man.
Hey, 11th pick is decent. You can get a good player with that.
Yeah. We will see, nigga. We will see, man. we will see, man.
Yeah, D Rose coming back. That's my nig, bro. So.
Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope.
Hey, you know what? RJ Barrett is turning into a good player, bro. Real talk. He's improving every season. His confidence level is growing.
Yo. Damn, man, that's crazy. Now he is better now. I ain't gonna lie. He is like right now. Like I'm definitely.
What up, Nick T? Nick T in the building in the chat.
Y'all got Jericho.
Hey, if y'all new to the channel, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe, man. I just gained about 20, 30 more subscribers just now, man. Y'all keep hitting that subscribe button. Like this,
yes, sir.
Channel, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man.
Yeah, the Knicks, they got a nice channel. They just need better leadership in the front office. Fucking James Dolan or whatever the fuck his ass gotta go.
Man, see, man, that's always our downfall. That bitch ass.
Hey, Will. Hey, Will. See, that's the hospital.
Breaking up, Hoss. I think your phone down.
You sound like a robot, bro.
Yeah, it's like a robot.
I'm just bugging.
Your phone dying, bro. You breaking up.
Yeah, breaking up, man.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying, you bring in Hoss, you get all the subscribers. That's what Hoss brings to the table.
You see
you being like
he take credit, huh?
Being like nah.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. Hoss brings all them subscribers in, man. That's what Hoss does.
Hey, what y'all think about
all them subs,
Clippers, bro? Because we was talking about this on tickets and shit earlier. What y'all think about Kyrie to the Clippers?
That's not gonna happen.
How do you think
the Clippers need a front court?
I just don't think it'll fit with Paul George and you can't just put any big three together and say it's gonna fit. You get what I'm saying? I just don't think it'll fit.
I don't know.
The Clippers need a front court. The big man.
I think the Clippers solid, man. I think they solid. I think if you hungry for a championship, maybe you want to make that move. You know what I'm saying? Because of the injury situation with Kawhi Leonard, and then you have Paul George as well. And they, you know what I'm saying, they in their peak primes, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, if you the Clippers, it's all about how Jerry West move. Jerry West always make big moves, you know what I'm saying? He's one of those guys that's elite at it. So at the end of the day, man, if the Clippers want to be a championship caliber team once again, which they already are, you know what I'm saying, not Kevin, but we just talking about the health and situation going forward. And you need a score like that. But you know what I'm saying? We all know the Clippers guys that we rock with. my guy Showtime, you know what I'm saying? C Hill, all those guys. I think I don't believe they want a Kyrie Irving because how they set up. They want a team oriented thing, and they just probably and guys believe that Kyrie's just not the one dimensional, but he's a one dimensional scorer. If you want to say that, I don't think they believe he's a one of those point guards.
He's not going
a
to
scoring point
sacrifice
guard. You know what I'm
his
saying?
offense for the run of team. You feel me? He's a scoring point guard, a scoring guard. He's like a shooting guard, and they already got enough. They already got that man arriving, bro. It ain't no more room for no other star player. You feel what I'm saying? I think that's the reason why James Harden wanted to get the fuck up out of Brooklyn. He's kind of sensed that too. He felt the 1-2 punch, and he was like, "Well, I'm a Robin. Shit, hold on,
man. No, that's not true. Otherwise, Harden would not have showed up there in the first place.
Yeah, but he never wanted to go there. He even told you that. He said, "I never wanted."
No, he did. He did want to go there. And listen, Harden wanted to be a point guard on that team, and it was working when they were healthy.
Man, that's on James Harden, man. That's just...
James Harden, do you want to stay in Brooklyn where they're rebuilding and they don't have a shot at going to the playoffs, or going to play with like somebody like KD and Kyrie, which you already played with KD and OKC, and you got a shot to win a championship? What you gonna pick?
No, James
I don't believe in quitting on your brothers. I don't believe in quitting on your brothers. And when he made that trade from Houston, he made a promise to them. He shouldn't have quit on them.
I agree with that
what do you just answer the question? Are you choosing Brooklyn or are you choosing Houston?
Crazy.
You feel me?
Say it again,
I'm choosing Brooklyn in that situation. If I know Houston ain't trying to win, no more Daryl Morey, no more D'Antoni, it's like, why am I still here? We rebuilding. You know what I'm saying? We just got eliminated from the playoffs in the bubble by the Lakers. I'm out. Fuck that shit. No, I'm out.
All I gotta say is I've been preaching Brooklyn in 3. And for the Rockets' sake, we won that trade. Shit, we got 9, we got damn near 10 first round picks for the next 4 years. Man.
Right. They got younger and more talented.
Y'all got a lot of picks. Yeah, that's
we got a lot of picks.
And you got stuff for Christian Wood too. You got some stuff for Christian Wood.
We got some more.
Yeah, so we still just like last year. We got what three first round picks? No, 4 first round picks. And then this year we got 3. You know what I'm saying? We got the third pick, 17th pick, and possibly whatever. Who was that team? Dallas picks for us. You know what I'm saying?
So can you imagine y'all would have kept motherfucking James Harden? What y'all would have looked like? Y'all would have been trash, bro. Be honest.
Yes. That's why I say, you know what I'm saying?
It was time for him to go.
It was time. He wasn't dedicated. You know what I'm saying? He knew his career was at stake. You know, he couldn't do it. He was going to
the reason that Boston came back so quick and they didn't have a long rebuild was because when Danny Ainge had Kevin Garnett and Paul Pierce and them, they traded them brothers to the Knicks when they got old, and they got a whole bunch of draft picks. And who'd they get from those draft picks? They got Tatum, they got Brown, they got Smart with all them draft picks. So Houston and OKC. So watch out for Houston and OKC. They're gonna pile up that talent now.
Yeah. Thanks. But the only thing I say,
you said trade to the Knicks. What you say?
They don't respect Steven Silas, bro.
Trade to the Nets,
Steven Silas. I'm gonna keep it 100.
Yeah, I'm about to say we ain't get them niggas.
Y'all got enough talent, bro, to go to the playoffs next year. In my opinion, they just if a Mark Jackson was to go over there, oh my goodness, what?
You talking about to the Knicks?
I love the talent level that Houston got right now.
Oh, you talking about Houston?
That's why Houston Rockets.
Hey, I'm gonna give Steven Silas. We gonna give Steven Silas another year because of his situation. You know what I'm saying? But
hey, Greenleaf, what's your take on your budding all-star there down in Houston? Mr. Green, what's your take on Green?
It's about Jalen Green.
Oh, Jalen. Yeah, what's your take on Green, Greenleaf?
That guy right there.
Yeah, what's your take on Jalen Green?
He gonna show out, man.
Bakersfield.
You know what I'm saying? The number speaks for itself. You know, without Christian Wood on the court, we pretty sure gonna start Şengün at the center position.
He's a skilled big man. I like Şengün.
Yeah, Şengün is a very skilled big man.
He was killing LeBron last year.
Oh yeah, facts. Especially when Christian Wood wasn't on the floor. So when you got Şengün, KPJ averaging 27 points without Christian Wood, Jalen Green averaging 25 plus. You know what I'm saying? Without just letting that young core grow more
Right.
next season. It's gonna be better for the Houston Rockets. In
And
my
you
Hey,
got a
opinion.
Greenleaf.
trade asset.
Hey,
You got a
hey,
couple trade assets, and
Oh yeah, we
John
got
Wall
trade
and Eric
assets, and
Gordon.
in 2023 we gonna take on a big contract. Y'all just wait, man.
And
hey,
Eric
Greenleaf.
Gordon.
And
Man,
Hey,
for my
Greenleaf.
H
I got
Town
a question
sources,
for
nigga, we
you.
got a big name coming in H Town. I ain't trying to spill it, but hey,
oh shit, oh
Hey,
shit,
hey, Greenleaf. I got a question
oh.
for you. What's your favorite part of Jalen Green's game? What's your favorite part of his game?
well, he's you know what I'm saying. First of all, he's athletic. He's willing. He has that mentality. He's working hard. He's in a gym right now in H Town. You know what I'm
And he
saying.
ain't scared of
He's
nothing.
not
Period.
scared of no two guard. He's you know what I'm
Okay,
saying.
okay,
Only
okay.
criticism behind him was he needs to get stronger. But as far as what I see, he gets better at the three ball. You know what I'm saying. He's more aggressive.
Yeah,
He feels the game coming into his own. You know what I'm saying, especially after that injury.
Okay.
yeah, he gonna be nice, man. I got a feeling Jalen Green gonna be nice, man. In the years to come, man. He gonna be an all-star, man. He definitely gonna be an all-star.
Oh, for sure, for sure,
I see that shit.
for sure, for
Facts.
sure. Somebody in the chat say, "Yo, who here? Durant fan? I like
Oh man.
KD.
I
I
like
like
Katie.
KD.
Yeah,
I
he
like
cool, but
KD.
I ain't no stand or nothing like
I'm
that.
not a
But
yeah,
yeah, he
yeah. I'm not
cool.
standing on fanatic about KD. I
Yeah.
like KD's game. You know what
I
I'm saying?
thank
The
KD
7 foot
for his
monster.
services in the Bay. Thank you, KD, for them 2 rings. We appreciate you.
Man, yeah, you
Hey,
see this, man?
he trying to
Yeah,
be
you gonna bring
humble.
that
He
up,
trying
right?
to be humble about it, man. I see what you doing.
Hey, KD, an unbelievable talent, bro. I just don't think he can be the best player on the team and lead his team to a championship. It was different coming over to the Bay. We already had a bunch of stars, high
Oh man,
IQ guys, bro. He didn't lead
no,
us. He just fit in with us. You get what I'm saying? He didn't lead us, though.
but say truth. Somebody had to go at that bitch ass nigga LeBron, my nigga, and Katie had to do it, man.
Yeah.
That
But you know what? It was
Katie had
easier
to
for
do it,
him to
man.
be in that role, knowing that you got a Clay, Steph, and Dre backing you up. You
Mm.
see what happened this year? He got swept and he looked scared at times. He passed the ball and deferred to other like Bruce Brown and Patty Mills. It was times where he didn't even want the ball in the game against the Celtics. I'm like, nigga, I
Yeah,
thought you was the
he
best.
most
I thought you was the
definitely did.
Slim Reaper, though, nigga. You
He
supposed to
Yo,
most
but
definitely
be
didn't have that
slow.
same mentality he had in that second round against Giannis. Like he was, I seen KD putting up 50 triple doubles just to try to win a game. Like I don't know, Boston had that boy shook.
He
Like
was
yeah,
he just
shook,
throwing
that
the
was the
bro.
ball
first time
away. Like everybody was guarding him.
yeah,
Al Horford,
But
Marcus
he
Smart,
asked for this, though.
Jason Tatum.
man, that was the first time he played like that, man. I ain't gonna
He
lie, man.
asked
I
for
ain't
this
never
though,
saw him
bro.
play.
He wanted, oh no, man, fuck the Bay, nigga. I could win without you. I could win without you, niggas. I want to play with Kyrie Irving. That's what he
Man,
said.
I was surprised KD played like that, man. KD never played that bad like that, man.
Hey
And them type of
Lou,
moments,
you in the
man.
building? Salute, Lou.
What's up, guys?
Yeah,
What's
what's
going
good, man?
on?
Salute.
Hey,
Hey,
y'all.
yeah, what you got on the
Salute,
topic,
salute.
Lou?
Say what?
What you got on KD? And I mean, not KD, Kyrie, and you know, what you got on everything that's going on, man? What we chopping it up about, man? What's up?
Man, I've been asleep all day. This is the first time. Hey,
Yeah,
man.
see,
Last night I was working on my second channel. So,
Oh, okay.
oh shit.
Lou,
I'm
you there?
starting. Yeah, on that second channel, I'm going to start talking about things y'all been wanting me to talk about. All right. On this whole Kyrie Irving was going to the Lakers or Clippers situation. Bruh, you ain't you the one that asked KD to come over there with you to Brooklyn. Now you want to leave his ass in the dust like that? That's a dirty move, bro. And
Yeah,
plus,
they saying him in the front office in Passé. They not really on one accord right now, man. Like, what's going on over there in Brooklyn though? You
He
think
always have a problem.
KD can manage to keep Kyrie in town, or Kyrie just won't out himself?
Yeah, man, he always had problems with the front office, man.
I'm
Same shit with
I'm
Boston, man.
I'm saying like I've been like everybody else been saying for years. Even though they the Brooklyn Nets, it's still New Jersey Nets, and they still on that same bullshit. They've been. I'm just saying, man. That everything that's going on in Brooklyn that's been crazy for the last couple of years, man. Like you don't know what team's gonna be out there on that court every year. Like you don't know if it's gonna be KD, Kyrie, James Harden, um, Landry Simmons. Like you don't know what starter. It's almost like a starting lineup every single fucking game. A different starting lineup. You don't like now. Blake Griffin wants out. Talking about I ain't being evaluated enough. Man, you haven't been a star since what 2009, 2010. So get the fuck out of here.
No, like 2014, right? Last time that Blake Griffin was really doing this shit, like 2013 or some shit like that.
I'm like this, man. Why would you want to go play with LeBron James once again when he's gonna stab you in the back once again? If you come over, he's gonna try to stab you in the back again. Like, why do you want to go to a guy who stabbed you in the back in the first place? And plus, if you go to the Clippers, that means Kawhi Leonard gonna take more games off. You're gonna be probably depending for yourself. So
you think if he go to the Clippers, he gonna be in a James Harden situation?
Basically, defending for himself. Because who knows how many? Like I can see Kawhi Leonard probably playing what 45 to 50 games in the regular season, and probably and try to play the whole playoff games. And next thing you know, a mysterious injury comes up. Next thing you know, is Paul George and Kyrie Irving. Like you almost seem like the Clippers gonna try to use Kyrie Irving as a safety net to help the team out. So I'm not. So whatever the front office is asking you to do, Kyrie, I know you don't want to do it, but come on, bro. You can't leave KD in the dust like that, man. You can't make him defend for himself. Because if like KD said, if Kyrie leaves, I want out too. And you know it's gonna be a lot of teams gonna want Kevin Durant services.
Oh shit.
Well, Haas said earlier that KD and Kyrie could be traded together somehow for one team.
He may be right about that.
Welcome to the Knicks, nigga. Come to the Knicks, nigga.
Yeah, hey, could be to the Knicks, Wilt.
Welcome to the Knicks, nigga. Yeah.
It's a dream.
Hey, Wilt, I can see a deal, and look at Wilt. I can see a deal like this, right? KD and Kyrie for RJ Barrett for Julius Randle and 3 draft picks.
Okay, no. Not about to say RJ Barrett ain't gonna be in that shit though, but all right. Julius Randle, Alex Burks, who else, man?
And RJ and 3 draft picks.
Nah, nigga, we ain't getting rid of RJ Barrett, nigga. That ain't happening.
For KD and Kyrie, you are.
Nah. There's other people on the fucking team, nigga. Fuck that, nigga. You gotta keep that nigga. You gotta keep.
Hey, Will, they're gonna need RJ Barrett for KD.
Quickly and Toppin and RJ Barrett. I want them 3 niggas to stay on the team, nigga. Everybody else.
Man, they're not gonna do the deal unless they get RJ Barrett.
Everybody else get the fuck out, man. There's some draft picks, nigga.
The Nets ain't gonna do that deal unless they get RJ Barrett.
Well,
RJ Barrett ain't leaving, nigga.
Well, okay, you get KD, Kyrie, and who else is gonna be on that team?
They'll get some free agents.
Who else?
They'll get some free agents.
Are they gonna be good enough free agents though?
I don't know, man. It's a good question.
I'm just saying, man.
I'm just saying, you got KD and Kyrie, but you got to think about what that whole team gonna be like, what the whole core gonna be like with those two. You gotta make sure you have some good core around those two.
I'll tell you the truth, man. Tell you the truth. RJ Barrett got to trade. I don't want to do it, nigga. I don't give a fuck, man.
You look
I don't want to take it, man. We got to keep.
Hey, Wilts, KD is way better than RJ.
Man, you got like KD is young. RJ Barrett is young, nigga. He's come on, man.
Okay.
Taking rid of that nigga. He go another team.
Okay, so you're staying in rebuild mode. Then. You stay in rebuild mode. Take your number 11 pick and shove it.
So RJ Barrett, you act like RJ Barrett not gonna be an all-star, nigga.
Hey,
come on, nigga. Come on, nigga.
You want to build a team around RJ Barrett? You can't give him away. You gotta build around him. You can't like give him away to another team where he can where they build around him. You got. So I understand y'all like KD and Kyrie, but having both of them come to Nets and no good players around them, they're gonna fuck up the Nets. You know, hoping them back.
Yo, man, I'm about to say, man, like I said, man, if we got if it gets to the point we gotta get rid of RJ Barrett, I don't want to do the fucking deal, man. That's all, nigga. That's all.
What about Mitchell? You giving up Mitchell? Wilkes, you giving up Mitchell?
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, man, yeah. I'm done with Mitchell Robinson. I'm done with Mitchell Robinson. Done with him.
Oh, 30% free throw shooter.
I'm done with that nigga, man.
If y'all get DeAndre Ayton, y'all might have to give up to Phoenix.
I like Jericho Sims though. I would start him.
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, Jericho Sims, he gonna be crazy.
Out of Texas, yeah, I like him. He's gonna be nice.
Hey, but Wills, what if you get Kyrie and then he started doing that stuff? He, you know what I'm saying, taking breaks, not committed. And
hey, Kyrie ain't never take breaks. When did Kyrie take breaks?
Oh man,
he took a break a year prior to last year, right?
And what was the break for? What was the break for?
Oh, he said
when you get caught up in all them going to family, you know what I'm saying, his family affair stuff, type of stuff.
Oh, I remember that. You're right. You're right.
To my last year. Yeah, I know
but
I know you're talking about.
This past year, you know what I'm saying, it was only because of the mandate, right?
Right.
It's all about the organization willing
he
to
didn't do
commit
that
to
shit
Kyrie.
in Cleveland, though.
And is Kyrie gonna be committed to the organization? That's what the story tells gonna be.
He didn't do that shit in Cleveland, bro. This year was only because of the mandate, and the reason why he did that shit in Boston because he didn't want to play in Boston. He didn't like the fans. Period.
That's true.
Kyrie better be committed, man.
I think what happened in Boston. I think what happened in Boston is Kyrie tried to be in Kobe Bryant mode, and he tried to sun all his teammates, and their teammates weren't having it. So he got in a fight. He got in a fight with some of them young dudes that he was trying to sun them like Kobe sunned all his teammates. But Kyrie is not Kobe. He should not have done that Kobe shit.
Yeah, but they also try to make it seem like it was that Gordon Hayward was the second coming of Larry Bird or some shit, bro.
No, for real. That first season, they was really depending on Gordon Hayward until he got hurt that first game. When he got hurt that first game, that's what fucked up. That's what fucked that up, man.
Come on, bro. Gordon Hayward turning into Chandler Parsons, nigga, all over again.
Look, that nigga got hurt, man. That was it, man.
That was it. But they were still competing. They was like the number one seed after that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think they did, you know what I'm saying, have some type of locker room dispute. And those are some young guys, you know what I'm saying?
You know how it is when you got rookies, second year players going to like a Eastern Conference finals and making deep playoff runs. They gonna think they the shit. They ain't gonna listen to nobody.
Well, that was Jason Tatum's rookie year when he went to the conference finals, man. That was Jaylen Brown's second year. Them niggas was young as hell.
They probably was feeling like, hey, we got this far without you. You know what I'm saying? We really possibly don't need you going forward. And, you know, locker rooms happen. Niggas talk shit. And, you know what I'm saying, they let the niggas know how they feel at the end of the day. And Kyrie just felt probably out of place.
Yeah. I mean, Kyrie had some self-awareness. I think Kyrie had some self-awareness problems. He thought he was on the level of Kobe and Mike, and Kobe and Mike can get away with that locker room shit because they're intimidating and they're superstars. Kyrie really, to be honest, Kyrie's not a superstar in the league, and he can't get in guys' grill like that. He don't have that authority to do that stuff like Kobe and Mike did.
Yeah.
I don't know how he thought he was Mike, my nigga. He ain't no fucker.
He was like 6'7".
No, he thought he was Kobe. After Kyrie won the championship in Cleveland, Kyrie was thinking he was Kobe. Let's face it, he thought he was Kobe.
Yeah, he thought it was Kobe, but
a lot of these niggas think they're Kobe. That's why they keep losing. Devin Booker, Jason Tatum. I understand you pattern your game and you love what he brought to the table.
Man, be you, man.
To be the greatest you, not to be the greatest Kobe.
Be you, man.
Be your greatest form of who you are.
Right.
Bring that same level.
I want my favorite player. I want my favorite player to rest in peace. I don't really want them to bring him up.
Period.
For simple, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that sympathy points and stuff like that, man.
That's
Go out
the
there
greatest
and
to
man.
ever do it.
You
Fuck.
creating your
I
legacy.
hate,
Kobe's
like, I
legacy
hate,
is
Right.
solidified, man.
I hate the fact.
Facts, Greenleaf. Facts, Greenleaf.
I hate the fact that every time Tatum was on that court, they always brought off Kobe, Kobe this, Kobe that, Kobe taught me.
Every time, man. Every time they said that.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
he got to leave that shit alone.
Word, man. Who was they pretty air team? They played nothing like Kobe, man.
Wow. Pretty irritating.
See the finals, man.
That's like a million more.
Word, man. That
Nah,
nigga
but
Jason Tatum.
what you say, Will?
No, I was gonna say something crazy. I was gonna say Jason Tatum was too busy looking like Rico Suave and fucking Albie Shore, them niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? He was too busy looking pretty, man. Like
That nigga was too busy looking like Christopher Williams, bro.
Yeah, Christopher Williams, nigga. New Jackson. New Jackson.
Man, hey, Jason Tatum was playing. Hey, I ain't gonna care. He was playing soft in them last 3 games, though.
Hey, I said that Jason Tatum was. Y'all heard me. I say that's the best player in the NBA after that nigga beat Giannis, bro. And then for him to show up like that in the finals, I was like, he made my motherfucker.
Hey, but that's what Wiggins get credit for. Wiggins gets massive credit for that because Tatum didn't choke him.
Massive credit, yeah, he do.
Yeah,
he sure is.
because if you look at how Wiggins D'd him up, Wiggins was more physical than Giannis was. Wiggins was chesting that guy up every time.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Wiggins played great defense on motherfucking Luka, and then after Luka, he went and played that shit on motherfucking
Mingle Justice, salute, man. What's good, homie?
What's happening, man?
What's happening, man? What's good? What you got on this situation, man?
Man, I tell you one thing. I just got this right here to say. If Kyrie Irving go to the Knicks, I know he ain't trying to win.
Shit!
Hey, don't do him like
shit! Wilts, what you got on that, Wilts?
He come off the back.
We got somebody to come up and pay on the hate, right? Somebody just had to come and hate.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I get it. The Knicks got a lot of fans. The Knicks may be one of the most important franchises in sports history. You know, might be behind the Dallas Cowboys. Maybe behind the Dallas Cowboys, a slight bit behind the Dallas Cowboys. But in the same breath,
yeah, you're right.
I mean, the Knicks ain't did nothing since the 90s. We got to be honest here, though. Will. I understand that's their team, but we got to be honest here, though.
Wait. What happened in 2013, nigga?
That was Melo.
Melo was snubbed.
What you mean? What happened in 2013?
Melo was snubbed.
What happened?
Hey, Will, you didn't do shit in 2013. You didn't do shit. I thought. Hey, Will, I thought you were gonna say Allen Houston.
Yo.
Oh yeah.
Hoss, you don't remember, nigga? 2013, man. We had the second best record in the East, right?
And then what'd you do in the playoffs?
Wait, nigga. Wait. Remember Game 6 in the Simmons against the Pacers, right? They get the
Tell me what happened.
30 more free throws, nigga. How the fuck you guys have 30 more free throws?
Okay.
No, nigga, rewatch that game, nigga.
Okay.
They was scared because we would beat the Heat. We beat the Heat in the season.
Hey, that's facts, though. The Heat cheated like a motherfucker in that series, but they
regular season killed them.
That nigga LeBron was flopping all over the place.
Hey, Wilts, when they talk about Knicks, when they talk about Knicks history, trust me, they ain't mentioned in 2013. Trust me on that.
You sure?
They're gonna talk about Starks, Ewing, and Allen Houston. They ain't talking about 2013.
Yeah, Allen Houston.
Wait. So this guy said the 90s, right? What happened in 2000? We went to the Eastern Finals in 2000, right, nigga?
Oh, you talking about when y'all played the Spurs?
You got one extra decade,
nigga.
Okay, see, you got this millennium now. You got this millennium. You barely made it.
They played the Spurs. They did go to the finals.
Y'all just hate on my team, nigga.
They did go to the finals and play the Spurs in 1999. I give them that. They did go to the finals in '99. I give them that.
In the conference,
shit, the 90.
We got added conference finals too in 2000, nigga. We got to add that shit, man.
Hey, Mingo, how you feel about the Clippers, though? How you feel about the Clippers, though?
The Clippers? Him going to the Clippers? Nah, that won't be good. It won't be good because Kyrie because Kawhi Leonard and those guys all on the same team. No, they don't need him really. The Clippers really don't need him. If we're being completely honest,
the Clippers need a front court. The Clippers need a front court. That's what they need.
Yeah. They don't need him because they got Paul George and Kawhi. They don't need Kyrie.
They need a front court. They need a big man.
Yeah.
Because Kyrie is
the Clippers. They looking for a point guard, but you know them being interested. I don't know if it's just rumors or not. You know, what I'm saying just to get this story. You know, what I'm saying shaken up, but it is what it is. If they, I think if they do need a point guard, he needs to be a solid point guard. You know what I'm saying?
What about Chris Paul, Joy? What about Chris Paul going back to LAC?
Let me ask you a question. Do they need a pure point guard or do they need a score first point guard?
No,
they need a pure point guard.
Yeah, they need a pure point guard, but those rarely come around. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too many unless they go after Brunson or some shit. Like I don't know.
I don't know how they can
be good. That'll actually be good to get Brunson. Yeah.
I don't know how they'll get him. Ain't Brunson under contract still?
I think he about to be
he is a free agent, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, that would be good then. That would be good. That would be good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there you go. There you go. They say the Lakers gonna get Bradley Beal. What y'all think about that?
Oh man, I hope not.
They ain't getting no Bradley Beal. They ain't getting him.
Bradley Beal injury prone, bro.
Listen. Bradley Beal. Why would you go to the Lakers, man? If you're Bradley Beal, why would you go to Why would you go to the Lakers? You have so many other teams to choose from. Why would you go to the Lakers where there's drama central and you're going to get shit on because LeBron don't have enough help and then all the media stories are going to be how much you suck. Man, stay the hell away from LeBron James. All you invite is drama.
From LeBron James.
You gotta stay away from.
Stay away.
That nigga. That's a
y'all about like the 100th person I heard say that. Stay away from LeBron thing.
That's a fact.
I've been saying that for 25 years, bro.
I probably said it longer too, nigga. I don't know, nigga. I said ever since I think it was a sophomore. Ever since he was a sophomore in high school, nigga, man, I'm like, man, this nigga right.
When that nigga was 17, I said, stay the fuck away from that nigga, bro. I'm telling you.
That
motherfucker. It got real.
I seen it coming. I seen it. The media was bumping his shit above. I'm talking about when he was 17, they was talking about he was the best player in the world. I'm saying, nigga, Kobe.
Nah. Yo, not even that. When he was 16. When he was 16, they said, oh yeah, he gonna be the next Kobe. He basically might be the next Jordan. I was like, man, get the fuck out of here, man.
Nah, man. I disagree with all that.
Really? I didn't
that nigga was 16.
They calling you a hater, dog.
Man, LeBron ain't become the best player in the league until like 2010 when he went to Miami.
Fact.
When he went to Miami, that's when he became the best player in the league. When he went to Miami. I mean, because I was on another panel and I heard a dude say LeBron was the best player in the league since like 2007. I was like, how when Kobe was still winning championships? That don't make sense.
Thank you.
That don't even make sense.
That's right, Justin.
From having hella teams, bro, in LA, bro. He would have had down there 7, 8, 9, 10 championships, bro.
Oh yeah, when they vetoed that Chris Paul trade.
Yeah, I ain't never seen no shit like that happen ever.
Yo, that was fucked up. Y'all already know why, man, because you want they want LeBron's legacy to be great, man. So they knew I was going to.
No. They was protecting. What they really was doing was protecting Michael Jordan shit.
No, that's not true. No, the league. No, listen. What happened was the league owned the league owned the New Orleans franchise at the time because of some shit with the ownership. So the league knew that it was a bad trade for New Orleans.
Man, I don't want to.
That was still bullshit, man.
I think they blocked that trade.
Shit, Anthony Davis go to the Lakers for nothing, for get rid of the whole team for Anthony Davis. Come on, bro.
Well, yeah, I agree. The league blocked the trade, but hold on, the league blocked the trade, but the league was a temporary ownership of the New Orleans franchise. I don't know what happened there.
In itself, though, you don't block no damn trade.
Y'all think Dan Gilbert was the main person complaining about that trade to the league.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they were just hating on Kobe. That's all it was. Hate on Kobe. They never really promoted Kobe as the best player in the league. Remember that. He never really. He was in the media for that Colorado shit, not for being the best player.
That case. Yeah, man, that case.
Period. Man. They was really trying to shit on the motherfucker because Kobe was kind of halfway in. He kind of halfway sold out, halfway didn't.
Hey, Elise. Hey, the truth is, Elise, what happens in the media, all these fucking journalists, even the men who are journalists in the media, I'm talking about Sports Illustrated, I'm talking about ESPN, all them places, they got two problems. First of all, they're way too feminist. And second of all, they're way too LGBT. They need to get rid of that shit and focus on sports.
I agree with you, but I agree with you, man.
I agree with you on that. You could have said that better, bro. Yeah, I don't want to mention all that on Green.
That's a fact. Hey, man. That's a fact, though.
That's some real shit.
Y'all forget. Y'all seem to forget who runs these sports networks now.
Oh, for real. Let's keep it 100. You're right. Exactly.
Hey, listen, when I was a kid, when I was a kid, I remember when the Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition came out, I fucking ran to the mailbox every fucking time, right? But now, this year, they got a fat lady on the cover of the Sports Illustrated. They got a fat woman on the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition.
Hey,
big women need love too.
Hey, you know they got some friends.
Shallow Hal on that motherfucker, bro.
Hey, you know they got some fake women on there.
They put a big old fat woman on the cover.
Hard. You know they got some friends. You know they got some friend sisters on there too.
No doubt.
Dwayne Wade got her son in the middle with a motherfucker.
Come on, man.
Come on, man. Nah, fuck that, man. Oh, that should make me so bad. That nigga.
Hey, man, if y'all have any kids, you better watch over your kids because they're trying to brainwash y'all.
Take it easy, man, because Green League don't make them cancel Green League pays, man.
They ain't gonna cancel nothing. They ain't gonna cancel nothing.
Nah. Hey, fair use, YouTube. Fair use, man. Don't be fucking with Green League. Come after me if you're gonna come after me.
That's right. Go after E. Levy.
Yeah, come after me too, man. I'll make y'all raise your head, nigga. Come after me too. I'll make y'all
shadow banning my shit, bro. I'm telling you, I got strikes against me right now already.
Damn, they hit you with the strike.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Bro, I'm unfiltered, nigga. You seen some of my shit, bro?
I'm tuned in, but I ain't think they'll strike you. G.
They gonna strike me, bro.
Nah, yeah.
I'm on YouTube, bro. They gonna strike me.
We ain't bullying nobody. We ain't telling nobody not to do nothing.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong. There ain't nothing wrong with saying stick to sports and put beautiful women on the cover of Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. Ain't nothing wrong with saying that.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's Haas preference, and most of the you know what I'm saying, men would rather see some certain type of built women. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, big women need love too.
I know they promote.
You gotta make sure. You gotta make sure now they real women. Now we got
Lizzo obese, nigga. If they promote Lizzo, bro, and shit, nigga, your future wife, girlfriend, nigga, you don't stand a shot, bro.
Y'all wild with it. Hey, fellas. Hey, it's going on 2 hours on the stream, man. I'm about to shut this one down. I'll be back tomorrow with another. You know what I'm saying? Video live stream, man. I salute everybody that came through. Hit that like button, subscribe, man. We gained a lot of subscribers today, man. I appreciate the love and support. Salute to Elise, Haas, Lou the Sports Writer, Wilt Strong, my boy Mr. Master came through, Mingle Jester just pulled up on me. Everybody that pulled up, hit that like button, man. I appreciate y'all, man. And at the end of the day, man, we just trying to build something over here, man. Salute to everybody. Salute to Wilts. Y'all subscribe to Wilts. If y'all don't know, now you know. Wilts the Strong Show. Salute to shout out to Elise, the real Elise. Subscribe to his channel. Lou the Sports Writer as well, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up on your boy, man. Chopping it up with me one time. And happy belated Father's Day to you fellas. If you have a child, if you're a father in anybody's life, you can be an uncle. That's still a father figure. So at the end of the day, man.
Send me y'all too, man. Happy belated Father's Day.
Already, man. Yeah. Straight up. Salute to all the fathers, man. And happy Juneteenth to the most, to everybody. And to the next video, man. We out here, y'all. Peace.
Salute.
Peace.